Powered by Riverside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, hello.
Okay, okay. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, all around the world. This is your boy DJ Ghost with the most, and we are at episode 2 in season 2 of Vape Talks with the Ghost. All right. This is we've been having some great seasons. We've been having some great episodes. Y'all know how we do on this show. We let it all hang out. We talk about the things in the world that people don't talk about on a usual base. So in this case, this is what we like to do. We like to, actually talk about these conversations. We like to actually, deal with the elephant in the room. We like to actually deal with things that normal people deal with, not entertainment, not sports, not, the music industry and all of that everybody always talks about. We like to talk about the real shit over here. You know what I mean? And that's why the people love us. That's why the people love us. So on another note, we got something nice. We got something very nice that's going to be going on over here that we're going to talk about. And I say nice, but it's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty. This is a topic. This is a touchy subject. Some people, I invited a lot of people on this show, and they didn't want to get on this show because they didn't want to have to feel like they was defending themselves. They didn't want to have to feel like they were in some type of battle or get ostracized and all of that. But you know how we do. We don't care about none of that. We like to actually stress what we believe in. And listen, it's an opinion at the end of the day. That's all it is. It's an opinion. Everybody has their opinion. Some people have lived it, some people haven't. So that's why this panel that I got today is a special panel. We got people that are living in the United States, are from the United States, have traveled abroad. We got people who are from foreign lands who have lived in a foreign area, who have lived in the United States, who have dealt with somebody from the United States. We got people who have dated, who have been in a relationship with a foreign person. We have the opposite on that as well. So we got a lot of knowledge that's in this room right now. And without further ado, I want to go around a room and introduce everybody and let them tell you a little bit about where they're from, who they are, what they got going on, so you can actually see the credentials of what's on the panel right now. And without further ado, we're gonna go to my right, and we're gonna start with Foxy. Foxy, go ahead and tell the people about yourself. Tell everybody your name and what you do and where you're from.
Hey, Ghost. Hey, everybody over here on the chat right now. I appreciate we're gonna do this. Yeah, so Foxy Girl, they've been calling me like this for a while, but my name is Ramona. I'm in my 40s. Um, I'm a mom. I have a 9 years old, if that's gonna, make some sense out there. I've been living abroad. I'm from Romania, but I've been living abroad for 20 years in United States, outside United States, Middle East, Italy, many countries. So my knowledge of, different mentalities, religion, and all that is quite big, quite, explosive. I will say that for myself. But yeah, so I'm from Romania. I'm living currently in Romania. I'm married
Mhm.
with a passport bro from Texas. So,
Okay.
let's just
Yeah.
put all that out there so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, kisses, Foxy girl.
All right, Foxy girl, welcome. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for sharing your story and sharing your perception of everything on this. Okay. Let's go to my left. James, tell the people about you. Tell them what you got going on. Where you from, my brother?
Hey, what's going on? My name is James, aka Green Mile. I've been known by that ever since that movie came out, pretty much. Um,
Coffee.
yeah, John Coffey. But
Huh?
I'm from a place called Fairhope, Alabama. It's just east of Mobile.
hmm
I was military. I was Navy for 20 plus years. I'm a security contractor now. I've traveled all over the world, lived in Europe for most of my naval career, the Orient as well, Japan, traveled those seas,
Mm-hmm.
the Middle East. I speak bits and pieces of several different languages. I have
Mm.
3 children. I'm the international guy over here. I really live the Navy life. My oldest daughter is Norwegian. My son is American, and I have a Spanish little one, 8 years old.
Mm.
So uh, diverse. My daughter is in the police academy in Norway right now. My son is playing college football, and my little one, well, she's just a brat. So yeah, and I'm in. I have always been in my children's lives. Not necessarily wanting it to turn out the way that it did, but I'm
Mhm.
I'm glad that I have what I have. And
Okay.
yeah, I got a lot of experiences around the world. So thanks for having me on the show, man. Appreciate that, Ghost.
My man, my man. Thank you for being on the show, brother. Thank you for being on the show. And that's amazing, man. You got a lot on the resume, brother. A lot on the resume. Let's go to the corner right. Britt, tell them about you. Where you from? What you got going on? What's going on? Tell them about your because I know you got some projects you got lined up and stuff too. So let the
Oh
people know.
yeah. Hi y'all. I'm Britt.
Hey.
I am 30. I'm in my late 30s. We're just gonna leave that alone. I'm in my late 30s. I'm an Army veteran and I'm a mother of two. And I am an entrepreneur working on my first business venture here in San Antonio. I'm trying to open a
Nice.
24-hour daycare, so y'all look out for that. Um,
Okay. Is it
experienced traveler who will
any
actually be
sites you need?
relocating. Yeah, I'm an experienced traveler as well,
Mhm.
being in the military and then personally, and then I'm also in the process of potentially relocating to Japan within the next 2 years. So that'd be fun.
Okay. Do you got
Bye.
any link or anything for your daycare that you got? Any link? Should any Instagram
So yes,
page?
I'm building my
Oh,
website because I am
okay.
IT as well, like Kashi and them before. So
Mhm.
I'm actually me and my best friend's mother are building my website right now. So once I get everything up, I will be dropping links.
Excellent, excellent. Okay,
Hey,
welcome, Rick.
I
Welcome.
have one point. I
Yeah.
have one point that I have to say, man. Everybody was
Yeah.
giving their age. I'm the
Uh,
oldest out of all of y'all, so I'm 51. So
Oh my
y'all
bad.
should
And I'm from
listen to
South
li
Carolina. I
li
forgot my
listen to
where I'm
your
from.
elders.
my
Only
man, my
we're
man.
gonna see about
That's
All right.
my
that. It
imaginary pearls on that one.
All right, last but not least, my man to the far left, Zoe. Tell him about you, man. Tell him where you from. Tell him what you got going on, brother.
Oh man, I ain't got much going on, man. I'm Zoe from Atlanta. I go to work, I go home. Got a few arcades that I'm trying to open up, but that's further down the line, maybe another 2 or 3 years. But I'm 44. Uh, I'm simple, man. I ain't got much going on.
My man, my man. Well, listen, we appreciate y'all being on this show. I appreciate y'all. For the viewers out there that's new to this podcast, my name is Ghost. My name is Kashi, but I go by the name of Ghost. I'm an international DJ slash a contractor, government contractor that has been around the world. I did 13 years in the army. So I got some experience on that. I've been in a lot of places like everybody on the panel was talking about as well. I've lived in these countries. I'm currently right now over in Israel. So I've had my party stage. I've lived through traveling. I've traveled a lot, but I also did live in the U.S. I also do go back to the U.S. every year. So it's not like I'm disconnected from the U.S. I do still go there. I have a house there. So I do also go there, and I have been over in these different countries. I do travel on the visitor type deal too, the tourist type thing. I have been in Thailand, I have been over in Philippines and yada
We know
yada.
you
So
love
I've been
Thailand.
around so I've been around the party people and all that as well. I observed all of that. So yeah, we're gonna have a great show today. We're not gonna keep y'all waiting for the juicy stuff. We're gonna get right up into this. We're gonna go ahead and get right on
Let's
into
go.
this.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
we're
So
ready.
Yeah,
We're ready.
So what we're gonna
all
do
for it.
first, we're gonna go ahead and we're
Get
gonna
the
kick it
money.
off like this. So just for the people out there, so the people can know, for the women, Britt, where are you from? Well, like, what
I'm
part of the
from
world are
South
you from?
Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina. So you're from the United States. Foxy, where
Yeah.
you from?
I'm from Romania.
From Romania. Okay. So both of y'all currently live where? Brittany, where you living at? You still in the US, correct?
Yes, I'm still in the US. I'm in Texas.
Have you traveled into any foreign countries before? Have you been in any foreign countries? And
I've
foreign
been to
countries,
several foreign
i.e.
countries.
meaning,
Yes.
okay, so you've been in the foreign countries. Can you just name a few that you've been in?
Japan, Afghanistan. Uh, I've been to Tokyo, what's in Japan. I've been to China.
Okay.
I've traveled quite a bit.
Okay.
Germany.
Okay. And Foxy, same question to you. Have you I know you've traveled, right? Have you traveled have you lived in the US or have you been in the US before?
Yeah, so I didn't mention when I introduced myself that I was thinking about it. My son is born in the
Okay.
US, in Virginia, in
Okay.
Norfolk. So I lived over there.
Okay.
I did live
Okay.
abroad in more than 4 countries, like actually
Okay.
leading, building up, from scratch jobs and everything.
Okay.
Middle
Okay.
East, Italy,
Mhm.
Germany, Switzerland, Japan. So yeah, but I live currently in Romania. Been living here for the
Okay.
last 3 years.
Excellent. So now let me
My bad.
ask
I
you
meant to
guys,
say open.
Britt, are you married or are you single currently or
I'm not
complicated?
married. I'm divorced, and I'm in
Okay.
a 15-year partnership right now.
Okay. Same question to you, Foxy.
I'm married with
Oh,
military
okay.
Navy
So you
person.
married
Yeah,
to an
to a
American.
military U.S. Yes, he is currently in Guam.
O-
If that, yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Do you guys got any sisters or brothers?
Way too many.
So are Brittany, is any of your sisters or brothers married? Are they all married or not married?
So yes, I have some that are married and some that are they're still
There's not.
figuring their lives
Okay.
out.
Foxy, same question for you.
I have two older sisters and one brother. I'm the youngest. My brother is married. His second marriage.
Okay.
My other sister, she's in a relationship, but a very long relationship, about like 10 years relationship.
Okay, so about even on that. Some married, some not for both. Now for the
So what's
men,
that?
same
Why is
question
that
for y'all,
different?
real quick. Are y'all is either y'all married, single?
I'm not. No,
Okay,
I am attached. I do have a Jamaican girlfriend.
okay, okay.
Ooh.
And where are you currently living at right now, James? You in the U.S., right? Or
Yeah, I'm in the U.S.
okay, so you currently in the U.S. Is your girlfriend, by the way, in the U.S. too, or is she still in her country?
She's in the U.S.
Okay, so she's in the U.S. as well. Okay, now is she from you said Jamaica, right? So she's
Jamaica,
from
Kingston.
Jamaica Kingston, but how long she been in the US? Is she born in like
Two.
raised in the US?
She's been here. I think she told me about 2 years.
Okay,
I
so she
met her.
just got
I
over
met
here.
her shortly after she got here, but we
Okay.
we're still pretty new because I stay out of the country 6 months out of the year.
Okay.
Oh
Got you, got you,
yeah,
got
yeah.
you. Okay, too easy. Okay. So now that Zoe, are you still around or you had to dip for a little bit? Zola, like he might have had a dip for a little bit. Okay,
Hmm.
so then now I wanted to do that because this is where I want to kind of set the base at. I want to kind of set the base so when we start conversating, everybody kind of knows we could kind of refer back to these different analogies. I myself, I'm single as well. I do live over in Israel now. I haven't lived in the US in quite a while. I do go back and forth to the US, but I do not like live there. The most I spend is a month every year. Forget about it. But it's not any choice by it's not like because I don't want to live over there. It's more so it's more so about my job. My job has always been out of the US through the military and then now government contracting. So but I love the US. Let's put that on the record. I do love it over there. I have no issues.
We get so
Yada
excited to
yada.
see you once a year.
Yeah. So now let's get into what the actual topic is going to be. We got the base, we got all of that. Now the topic is actually passport bros. Do they search for love or lust? And into getting into that, I want to know from you guys, and we'll go around the room real quick. I want to know, what is your definition of a passport bro? Because I think that's where we need to start. We need to start with, what is a passport bro to you? We can start with anybody, whoever want to kick it off. What is a passport bro to you?
Ladies first.
Ladies, what's your definition of a passport bro?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. It originally to me it was just vacation booty, right? Been there, seen it, but but also having to sit back and think about some of the questions from the prompt, I was like, you know what? It could also just be men who love to travel. I love a travel ready guy because I like to travel. So, you're a passport bro. You live out the country. You're always traveling. Love to watch your travel vlogs and stuff. So you'll be considered a passport bro, but you're not going for vacation booty. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just depends on the person. Because you could just be a guy who enjoys actual traveling or who works out of the country, or you could be, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go play out of So either or. It just depends on the guy. We'll say that. Depends on the guy.
Okay. Okay, so basically you're saying that, because I'm a little bit confused on that. So the brothers that's going to go travel and get some ass while they traveling, are you lumping them with the passport bros as a person like me
Well,
who
no, this
lives
this is what
on the
I
country?
said. What I said was originally my mindset about passport bros was vacation booty. And
Okay, that's your
then
original thought.
right, my original thought, and then after we kinda talked, I was like, "You know what? That's not fair because
Uh-huh.
you're a passport bro, and you're not, like, doing it for vacation booty. You just like to travel, you work out of country." So that's why I say it depends on the person, depends on
Okay.
the mindset of the guy. But
Okay.
originally, I was just like, they're just going out of country." A lot of times, especially with social media, it's like,
Yeah.
we're just going out here to throw it up, have a good time, type
Uh-huh.
thing. But I was like, "You know what? You're right because that's not your mindset, and you're someone who is always traveling." So I had to
Okay.
readjust my view on it.
Okay. Foxy, yours. What is your definition of a passport bro?
So to me, I'm just thinking, and I just want to make this clear from the beginning. I'm not putting everybody in a pot. This shit can
Uh,
go in a lot of directions for
Right.
sure.
Mhm.
So I'm just, what I'm thinking about is just not vacationing, not traveling. I'm talking about bros, people, American, and not only American guys. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
all kind of, you know, men out there that they lived actually abroad.
Okay.
They're
Mm-hmm.
from their main country and they act differently in their main country and outside of the country. That's what it's just a different personality of that they're posting out there.
Okay. Okay. The men, what y'all got? What is y'all's definition of a passport bro?
I think the original meaning of passport bro when they first came out with that terminology
Mm-hmm.
was somebody that was going out of the country looking for, as you said, vacation booty. But
Mm-hmm.
it's morphed into so much more. I know uh a lot of people now that are considered passport bros in the sense of the original terminology. They're
Mm-hmm.
just looking for um less westernized women's mentality and
Mm-hmm.
character.
Okay.
Um uh I think they go to different countries looking
Mm-hmm.
for affection, looking for uh uh a little bit more feminine femininity within their
Mm-hmm.
females. And
Okay.
if they happen to meet the love of their life, that's a wonderful thing. You better not bring them back to the United States.
We gonna elaborate
Wow.
on more on that. We gonna elaborate more on that,
She
James.
was very specific on that.
We gonna elaborate more on that in just a second. Zoe, what do you got, man? What is a passport, bro? What is your
Bro, I don't
definition
know.
of passport,
I
bro?
I I don't know what a passport bro is. I know I'm not one. I don't consider myself a passport bro, but I know um I know from the guys I've seen, I wouldn't want to be affiliated with those guys
Yeah.
from the ones that I see on the internet. But I
Yeah.
really don't. I do think it's a mixture of guys.
Yeah.
Some that actually want to go find a different type of woman that from what they've been dealing with,
Yeah.
and there's a few guys that couldn't get a woman back in the U.S. Some
Mm-hmm.
that been done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a mixture of things. I don't affiliate with them though, because I honestly I don't like how they rock.
Okay. So my definition, y'all, for a passport bro, and there's levels to this shit. All right. There's levels to this shit. So I consider myself a passport bro to this extent. Right. So my definition of a passport bro is somebody who has access, who has a passport, who has found out that traveling abroad is more fun, more opportunities, and a easier path for them by having that passport. Because there's some people that got passports that's in the States and they don't use them shits. They never been out of the US. Because they're afraid of what's out there. They haven't been to these areas. They don't know what these countries got. Social media is talking, you like look at Colombia, look at Dominican. I had people telling me about Dominican Republic. They're like, yo, you're gonna get killed over there in Dominican Republic. I'm like, yo, I used to go over there all the time when I was living in Puerto Rico. I was in Dominican Republic all the time. Every other weekend I was in Dominican Republic. Nobody touched me. All I had was love over there. I was getting nothing but love over there. So it's the perception, is what they're getting from the media, and all that. So I think the initial passport bro, right? A passport bro is somebody who has a passport and gets stamps. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a passport. I got my man's joining in right now as well, guys. I got my man Rich. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Yo, what's good? Hey, Ghost, talk to me, man. Good to see you, my boy.
It's good to see you, my
Good
bro,
to
man.
see you, my boy.
Listen, hey, tell the people real quick where you from, man, and what do you do? Anything you want to plug, shoot that out there. Let
Yes,
the people
sir.
know.
Yes, sir. So originally from South Cackalack, but down in Miami, Florida in the 305.
Okay.
Former contractor with my guy Ghost. I'm a business owner. I own a company called 305 Aero Supplies. You know what I'm saying? We do government
Sure.
contracting. You know what I'm saying? Sell to the U.S. government, the DOD. We do e-commerce. Anything you got, we got it. Anything you want, we got it. Talk to me.
My,
Hey, South
my
Cack in the
man.
house.
My
South
man.
Cack, North
My man.
Charleston.
Me too. I'm from Colombia.
Welcome, Rich.
Word.
My man. My man. Welcome, man. Welcome. It's good to have
No
you on here,
doubt.
brother. It's good to see you, man.
No
So
doubt. No doubt.
we got the panel here. We got a little mixture. We got a lot of Americans. We got Foxy over here that's from a foreign land. We got a little bit of everything. So basically, just to catch you up real quick, we're discussing what the definition of a passport is, a passport bro. And I was just finishing up on my end. A lot of everybody was pretty much got their own kind of definition of what it is. But my main source of definition is what it originally is. A passport bro is a motherfucker that's got a passport that can utilize it, that's out there traveling around, that's not afraid of the fucking world outside of the US. Because we got
Big
people
fact.
that's in the US that got a passport, but they're afraid to go. I was giving them example of Dominican Republic. I had tons of guys that I know from the States. It
Big
was like,
fact.
yo, don't go over there, you're gonna get whacked and yada yada yada. I'm like, bro, I lived in Puerto Rico for 6 years. I was going to Dominican Republic every other weekend. There was nobody
Big fact.
touched me. Everything was amazing over there. So it's more the fact that the passport bros to me meant guys who woke up and was like, listen, I got a fucking passport. I want to go get some opportunities. I want to go see something different than the same nightclub that I'm going to every single night in the city where you're from. You know what I mean? So that's what and yes, I identify with being a passport bro for
I
that.
think it I think
For
it
that.
morphed into that. I think it morphed into that. But
Okay.
Big
like
fact.
I said,
I
I
think that's how it
stand
started.
by the original passport bro was I'm tired of American women. I'm going to find something else.
Okay, so but Rich, and we're gonna get back to that, Jay. Rich, so what's your definition of a passport bro?
So me, I became a passport bro in 2012. So before this YouTube, before this internet stuff, now
Mm-hmm.
I just to be transparent, I got my first job overseas in the country, Kuwait. You know what I'm saying? Where me and you met at.
Uh-huh.
You were still in
Right.
the military at that time. Now,
Mm-hmm.
once I got over there, now just to be transparent, I first left the U.S. in the Army in '05, my first deployment. But we couldn't really do
Right.
nothing. We was going to Iraq. We was in and out. So my version of passport, bro, was a brother just trying to get out there to see the world to build a better life. Like when I left the
Wow.
U.S. in 2012, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go over there and get a bag. I'm gonna go travel. I'm gonna
Mhm.
see the world. I had other family members that were
Mhm.
in the Navy. My pops was in the Navy. Rest his soul. So that was
Mhm.
my intent. It wasn't not just to go
Sweet.
exploit women or go out there and just get like me. I'm gonna be real. I never had problem getting women in the states where I was from. So I never had that mindset that hey, I gotta go over to get fit
Mhm.
feminine women because I had that in the U.S. I didn't know that was actually a thing. But I'm speaking from my lens.
Mhm.
So that was my thing. My
Right.
thing is travel. Now I traveled a lot as a kid. You know what I'm saying? To different states or whatever
Mhm.
like that. I lived in California, lived in Florida, whatever. But that was my
Mhm.
decision passport. Like when I got that passport, I was like, man, I'm gonna go see the world. We had been talking about that. I remember my second military tour in
Mhm.
'08. We had a cat that was stationed in like Korea and Japan, and he was like, he was big. He was
Mhm.
always going to Guam. I guess he had married a girl from Guam. So we were like, yo, let's do it. Let's go out there and see the world. Let's go have a good time. So our royal oats, so
Right.
coming to America type thing in the reverse. But that's how I look at the passport, bro. Me what it is now, I think it's not been stigmatized. You feel me? That's just how I look at it. But because I
Right.
still travel. I still travel for business. I still travel for leisure. But yeah,
Mhm.
that was my original definition. That's why I started to do. I didn't leave America thinking I'm gonna go get me a chick that looks good and that's gonna respect me. I went to go get some money first thing first, and then I have to flow with it. That was my reason for getting that
Right.
passport.
You
That's a fact.
you
So let
said
me ask.
that you
Yeah.
said
Yeah. Go ahead.
that,
Go ahead.
but you also said sow your wild oats too. So it's in the back of your mind. You got caught.
That's but
No,
that's
no.
but that's
So James, no. So
that's
James,
everywhere. That's everywhere.
but James, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
So
You
you
do
got to
that
realize
at
when I got
at a duty station.
Yeah, so James, you got to realize when I got my passport, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. I was still in my mid-20s, so yeah, I'm still young, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna see what as a young man, I'm like, okay, what the girls look like over here. But like I said, that wasn't my why. Let me clarify that. That's what I'm trying to clarify. That wasn't my why. Like when
I got
me
you.
being
I understand.
yeah, me being in the army, and Ghost can tell you the same thing. Me being in the army, when I was
Mhm.
deployed, like '05, '07, like that one contract that was getting big. So I'm in the army making 40, 50 a year, as an E4, E5, and I had a cat doing the same job as me making 180 to 250, and I'm like, man, so that
That
was my
part.
why. That part, I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you telling me you don't gotta do
Seriously.
PT, you don't gotta go to
We
formation,
You're
you
did
don't
right.
the
gotta
same
carry the
You're
Man,
right.
kids.
job. I'm 6
if they
months,
was
Right.
paying us like that, we'd have been won that war.
baby.
Yeah.
And it be
So.
insulting a little bit because we be doing the same thing, going thing. And I remember when we was in Kuwait, some of the
Mhm.
contractors was just sitting there. They probably like click a little bit. When we ran around, I'm like, you getting paid more than me, and I'm doing more than you doing. And you just sitting here.
Oh man, nah, you don't
Yeah.
understand. I was embedded with Third ID in Iraq back in the day, and there was a
Mhm.
civilian contractor on the fob I was on, and I
Mhm.
asked him one day. I said, "Hey man, how much you make?" He said, "Oh, you don't want to know that."
Yeah.
He didn't even have to go outside the wire the way that I did. I was like, this ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just I mean, I know we way off topic, but military, they just give you enough money to keep you off of poverty. That's all.
But
Right.
that's the thing, you see, like a lot of people from United States, if they're not in the military, they cannot do that. They do probably travel the world as in just go and travel, take a vacation. But that doesn't
I
give
Right.
you the
I
perspective of living
disagree
in a different
totally with
country.
I totally disagree with that.
Why do you
Only
disagree
re-
with that?
the only reason I disagree with that, Ramon, is because like you said before, Ghost, I think it was you, people be scared. They
Yeah.
hear they hear like, oh, they doing this in that country, they doing
Mhm.
this in that country, and they
Yeah.
scared to go. Or they're afraid of finances. Like I
Mhm.
understand the military can be thought of as a safety net for finances because I get paid on the first and the 15th. A lot of
Right.
people look at it like
Exactly.
that.
You go
Even
outside when
Yeah,
you're
we
in
get
even
we
though
winter,
should.
you
I was
got
gonna say the
everything
same
lined up.
thing.
even though that they're
We
hand to mouth, but the problem is, like I said, is people get in their head like, oh, if I go to Puerto Rico, if I go to Colombia, if I go to wherever, it's gonna be too expensive. I'm not gonna be able to afford it. Whereas the same amount of money they blow on a weekend in Atlanta, they could
Right.
take a flight out of Orlando to Costa Rica and have a
Yeah.
blast and see something they ain't never seen before. But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah, you
James, let
big
me ask
into
you
it.
that. Let me ask you this quick segue. Now that you mentioned that, that's the segue that I want to get into this because we all just stated what we feel a passport bro is, right? So, however you look at it, however it morphed, however it changed, now we gonna go to what it actually is now. So right
Hmm.
now, you got guys that's going overseas, right? Some of them don't. They just woke up, so now they got the passport. They ready to go over there and go party or whatever, right? Or go see something new. They get over to Thailand, they get over to the Philippines, they get over to a foreign country that's dramatically low in the price. The currency is very low, right? It's not as high as the US. And they get over there and they start this narrative that's going on. So this is the narrative that is associated with the passport bros now. The narrative is that the better women are overseas in a foreign land. The United States women are worthless, useless. They're not feminine. They are not they're gold diggers. They don't know how to be a woman, yada yada yada. The list goes on. So the best women to find is traveling overseas, and specifically, I haven't seen anybody venture out. We gotta say this. We gotta state the facts. I'm just hearing Thailand. I'm hearing the Philippines is like the two main places, destinations have you would say that they are actually, it's just, oh my God, it's amazing over there. Fuck the US. Those women ain't shit. The women over here are on a pedestal. So I want to know from you guys, and I'm gonna get back to the ladies because I know y'all have y'all experiences with guys that have come over there. Like, oh, we got somebody else in here. Who else is coming on? Who's Jonathan? Who else is coming up in here? Who's all up in everything?
Hey, Ghost, you got it back, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that Miami Heat, man. My phone overheated. I had to move it out, move it in the location, bro.
Jonathan, what's up, brother? What's going on, my man?
Uh,
Can you hear me? My man. Salute, salute. Where you
Oh
from,
wow.
my
what's
brother?
up, Jay? What's going on, Jay?
What are you doing here?
Where you from, brother? Can you hear us?
Yes, it did.
Okay. It, okay, so I don't know what happened with that. But listen, so let's go back to what we're saying. So now I'm gonna get to the ladies because I know y'all got a lot to talk about on this. But for the fellas, I want to know each one of y'all who is actually what is your opinion on that? What is your opinion on, are there better women? Are the foreign women better than the American? Let's fuck it. Let's take off the goddamn let's take off the sheets. Are the American women better than the foreign women, or are the foreign women better than American women? What do y'all think? Fuck it. Let's go all around it. Let's go
Hey,
all
let's
in.
go. Who want to start this up? Who want to
Who
start
wants
this
to
up?
start it off?
But
Let's
but
let's
you
let's
see,
take
let
the
me
gloves
let me
off.
say
I
something
think
pretty quick.
I
Let me
think
say
part of the
something.
problem
If you're
is
going just to visit outside United States for 7, 10 days, you cannot make that type of opinion,
Why
that
not?
type of statement, because you
Why
cannot
not?
discover, if you cannot say women from United States are bullshit and the other ones in 7, 10 days. You have to leave
Why not?
abroad. That's what I'm saying. Like,
What's the time zone that if you meet an American woman, what's the time zone you gonna know her? How what's the length of time you gonna know her?
at least
Everything's
to
off the
be there
reaction,
for like
right?
4 to 6 months to actually see a woman, how she behaves,
That's
to learn
if
about her.
she gives you the time of day.
Now that's what I want
that's
to
too
touch on, the
long.
interaction. I want to touch on the
That's too
actual
long.
interaction because yeah, it take me all of 5 minutes to find out what you
You know what
what
I'm
you want.
saying? Like that's too
Now,
long. Like 4 to 6 months?
It don't
Hell
take
no.
that long to find out what you
It
want.
don't, it don't
The
take that
initial
long. It don't take
contact.
that long. No.
The
I don't
initial
think
contact. So okay, so fellas, American women, foreign women, or both the same? I'm going with both the same. God damn it! I've met
Both the
foreign women.
same. Go.
I'm going both the same.
Both the same goes. The thing about it, and let me say something real quick on this. So when I was working in Iraq, I had a brother, older brother, and he was all about the Philippines. And he was a black man. These black women ain't shit, and blah 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 blah. And I said, so I asked him a question. I said, man, some of you niggas, you will judge a black woman off of where you started at. So I said, me, I'm from the hood. I grew up around black people. I didn't have shit. So I can't. Once I made it and I got around other groups, I said that Filipino woman or that Arabic woman or that Indian woman, she didn't know me when I didn't have shit. So of course she's gonna treat me different. I said just like the black women that I meet at nowadays, they're not. I got a 7-figure business. They're not gonna treat me like a broke ass nigga from the hood. So I can't judge them off of that. You feel me? So I hate that. Like I hate when niggas black women never want me that I made it and now fuck me. Like no. Then one thing
Respect
I
is
said,
respect.
yeah, one thing I said with my argument, I asked this dude. I said, listen, George, answer this question. If you went broke, would that Filipino woman still fuck with you? And he couldn't answer that question. I said, now I got family members, males. I'm not calling it that ain't shit that was no job, living with their baby mama, their sister going to work at the car center or whatever, still taking care of this trifling ass nigga, and she stayed with him. I say, every American I know, when you fuck with that foreign woman, let that money run out. Let that money, that honey will run out. It's Americans right now. You can call them. Did they lose that money in Thailand? You know about Philippines, and and that house they built and they bought. That woman setting their ass out and bring that Filipino or that Thai man to come get it. So I'm just saying, y'all. So when y'all go that route, now when you talk about beauty, sexually, it's the same.
Right.
It's beautiful woman in America. It's freaks in America. It's freaks overseas. So I would never judge off that. But me, now I give the slight advantage to American women just because when you take off the looks, you take off the sex, you take all that.
Yeah.
An American woman would be the only woman that would, and probably black American, that would build with me from the ground up. No any other race, especially outside of the country, and that's not about black, white, even African. When you are American, they already look at you as ready made. So when you go to these other places, if you're an American man struggling, they're not gonna want to rock with you. They're gonna be like, I'm struggling, stay in poverty with my own, because the cultural differences. You know what I'm saying? Like the jokes, the food, everything like that. You're gonna be more in line with your own than you're gonna be with somebody else. And I'll land my plane right there. But y'all, let the next man go. But y'all go talk. If y'all disagree, y'all disagree.
I want to touch on that, Rich. Brittany.
Yeah.
I got an American and I got a foreign in here. I got Foxy up in here. I want to ask you a question. Brittany, man is broke. He's an American man. He's broke. He ain't got shit going on for himself right now. Are you giving him the time of the day? He hit you up in the club. He come to the club and try to holler at you. He don't got nothing going. You talk to him for a few minutes. He really ain't got shit going on. Are you taking him?
In
Are
my
you gonna give him a
current
chance?
status,
Are you gonna give him a chance?
no, I have done that before. I've built with the men. I've helped the man build, and
Yeah.
then he found something else after I built them up and fixed the issues.
Respect.
Okay.
But I do not negate men because of their income, because you can always make money. And as someone who's opening her own business and working towards that, if
Yeah.
you can't make it by yourself, I can show you how we're gonna make it together.
Okay.
I don't mind that, but it's the loyalty factor for me. Don't let me build you up for you to go give somebody
Yeah.
else the benefits.
That part.
But stay with me real quick on this. Initial contact. That's if you
It would
getting to know his
depend. It would depend on the approach. To be completely honest, it would depend
Okay,
on the
approach
approach,
is like a
because how
gentleman.
you approach me.
Approach is like a
I
gentleman.
would give a gentleman a chance any day of the week.
Okay. And give him a chance, meaning you would give him your number, you would link up with him.
Yeah, I would probably give him my number. If he approached me correctly, I would probably give him my number. And
Foxy.
because yeah,
Well, I
What
am
you doing?
married right now, but putting like before that,
If you wasn't married, before this
based
all before.
based on their experience, I'm a hold on to what Britt is saying. The same, like no,
Okay.
probably the discussion would go definitely different the road than it was 10 years ago or 13 years ago, because I've been bit by a snake before. So yeah, I built up a man and then didn't work out. Right. So the discussion will go different. Not only I will not ask him, are you a millionaire? You can offer me whatever every month or stuff, but what can we build together to see where his mindset is at?
Y'all are
okay.
talking long term. We're talking about a matter.
We want long term.
Y'all-
40
y'all
years
are
old.
talk-
I don't
no,
want
no,
any.
I'm
I don't
saying,
want
y'all-
just
Okay,
a booty.
all right. I'll take it back
shit.
then, since we want. So we because
Yeah,
we
take the
think about
gloves
the
off.
future.
You got
Because y'all are saying,
when you go
because
some
y'all are saying like right here and there, if a broke guy come
7
up to me, he
days.
probably only be good for some, and that's it.
7
The broke niggas
days.
don't fuck for a house, okay?
What did you say, Brittany? What?
Well, if
I
you're
said, if
talking
you're talking
about
about a
just
broke
a
guy approaching me
nightstand,
in the club right now,
Yes.
The only
Yes.
thing he'll be good for is fucking. Cause one thing niggas who ain't got nothing good at is fucking. Cause they gonna fuck you to keep
Hey,
that roof
we
over their head. They
we
gonna fuck
Exactly.
you to
talk
get that car so they
Exactly.
can go to these interviews.
we
They gonna
talking.
fuck you to get that food.
Okay. But
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 that's
it
and
depends.
Pat,
Hey,
go ahead.
James.
that's what I'm saying. Going back to our original thing, the passport bros, it you got an average of about 7 days that you go to visit somewhere. Y'all are talking long
Well,
term.
yeah,
Like
but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
For me,
dating
I'm
you.
not talking about
And James they
visit.
lying.
Like
James
what
they lying.
exactly? What
They
can you
lying.
offer me in 7 days? What can you offer
That,
me in
but
That's what
seven
I'm saying.
days?
That's what it is. Passport
That's the
bro.
initial
What
contact.
That's what you can offer me
they
in 7
ask you
days.
what a
What is the
passport
contact?
bro is?
That's not the initial
Passport
contact.
bro.
The initial contact, and we
No.
all know this. Everybody in this room right now all knows this, and this is why I'm gonna hold y'all asses to the fire. No, we finna talk fucking for real. You know goddamn well, Brittany, that if a broke motherfuckers can't, if, first off, the initial contact in the States, and I just was there just last year in December, as you know. When I pulled
Yeah,
up in the club with a fucking Versace robe on in one of these clubs, okay, forgot about it.
it sure did.
I
It was a
came
nice
in
robe.
there and still every chick that I talked to, 90% of them, the initial contact was the first, like kind of a stank face. Okay. It wasn't receptive. It wasn't like a, hey, okay. And I'm talking about this. My initial contact is not, hey, yo, let me get, no, my initial contact is, yo, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, I get one of these.
I'm with
Hey,
my
what's your
girl.
name? No, I'm like, yeah, yeah. Or check this one out. This is the big one, y'all. This is the big one. Oh, can you buy me and my homegirl a drink?
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
whoa,
Well,
Oh,
you see, like that's
whoa.
okay, but that's
Can I
that doesn't.
buy
You
dope?
cannot.
I don't even know you. I don't even know your name. But initial contact in a foreign country, we all know it ain't going like that. They not
it
even
ain't going
asking
like that.
for a drink. They not even asking for a drink. I
Yeah.
come up and say,
Nope.
yo, what's your number? She finna give me the
Even
contact and the conversation all through the night. And I feel
even
bad.
if she's
Oh, I gotta
not
give her a drink.
interested in you, even if the person is not interested, they're gonna turn you down a certain way. Hey, thank you. No, I'm okay. But here's
Right.
the problem, because there's a lot of things going on in this world right now that it's like cascading.
Okay.
Like a lot of passport bros that we have now that are out in the world, they're bringing Western problems with them. That like they're ruining it for the rest of us. These
Yeah.
YNs that run out there and act in a certain way or whatever like that.
Yeah.
There's places you go now, they won't let Americans in because of how they acted when they were let in. And I'm
Right.
not
Oh
just
wow.
talking, I'm talking
And
all
not, and
Americans,
not,
not just
and not
black.
all, not all of it. Not all of it.
That's
Not
mostly
Mainly
about well,
Americans.
military though. That's mostly military folks
hey,
though.
hey, no, no, yeah, because we're the majority of people that are overseas, but
Right. Because
but
even like
they
in
but
Japan, certain
there are
places, they don't
people,
let the soldiers go after a certain
yeah.
time because they were raping
But
people. So, you know,
there's certain places that, and certain people that do go, like I said, the social media has made travel more popular. So there are a lot
Right.
more people trying to do it now. But the problem is they go to a different country and they try to do what they would do in America. They fight, like, yo, don't step on my shoes, whatever the case is. People don't understand that. They're just like, why are you so aggressive? Why you like
yeah,
that? And
because
it
they don't
and
travel.
then
They don't travel.
yeah,
They live
and
through
then
social
and
Whoa,
media.
whoa,
then
So,
whoa.
like,
when
yeah,
What about
there,
the niggas that's
they
living
somebody
there
say
though?
they
like
did.
somebody like
What
us
about the
that
niggas that
have
live there?
gone out and traveled before, we
We
know
all
the
right. We
etiquette.
ain't fighting nowhere.
No, no,
I
no,
Yeah,
ain't
no.
we
been
I
nowhere.
gotta, I gotta interject. Hell no, hell no. You can't just blame the YNs. Hell no, hell no.
Mm.
These
no, I
niggas
said
that's
no,
living over there.
I said others too. I said
Yeah,
others.
You
others
did say
meaning the
others
niggas
Hey,
too.
that live
can
there.
can I
Niggas that
clear
live
something
there
up
is
real quick?
the niggas that's living there is fucking up the whole shebang there as well. Because what they doing is they're doing what they won't do in the US, they're doing it to the foreign girls. So mind you, the foreign girls, when you meet a foreign girl, she wasn't used to, the bottle service and all of this shit and all of the masquerade that comes along with clubbing that you do in the US. She was used to a beer, she was used to a shot, and hey, we conversating more so, right? Nowadays, these niggas is coming out there with the mindset of the US that they're complaining about because they're complaining that the US women is all about gold digging, which I agree.
Exactly.
Which which which
Exactly.
which I agree to a certain extent. I
They're
agree that
teaching.
the women in the club
Club. Yeah, I said club goes.
Out the club, different story. But in the club, oh yeah, it's fucking it's horrific. These girls, forget about it. Go ahead, Brett. What you got, Brett?
I'm
What
just
you
gonna
got?
keep it. I'm gonna keep it real. And a lot of
Okay,
people, all women are gold diggers. If you think a woman want a broke man, you're a lie. Okay,
that's
let's
fact.
just be more real about it. I
That's
hate
I
that
fact.
agree.
everybody just to say when all American women are gold diggers. All women are gold diggers. There's not one woman who in the world who's gonna say, "Give me that broke man to struggle
Every
with."
woman
They're
gonna want
not.
is
They're not.
stability
Wait,
for
no,
Let's
sure.
be
They
real
are
about it.
looking
hold
for
on, wait.
stability.
No,
That's for sure.
Exactly. They're looking for
no.
stability. That
Yeah.
Oh no,
automatically is
wait.
yeah.
I
It's
gotta
in your nature.
disagree. I gotta
It's a
disagree with
survival
that one,
instinct.
Brittany.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I gotta
It's a
disagree
woman's
with that.
nature to look for the ultimate provider.
I gotta disagree with that. There's niggas that I know for a fact that's living off women in the US for sure.
Yeah,
That they don't
yeah,
got
I know a
shit.
few ones.
Them
And
niggas
those
ain't got
women
no
are
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
insane.
They don't got a
I
Okay,
job.
so
know a few
Listen,
ones.
Yeah,
Stay
but you
with
know
this
what? I know
shit.
women
They
like that.
they
There's
keep
some
you
Shamsi,
people I
I
know.
know
guarding.
Some people
Sally's
say
listen,
that,
like,
but I'm just saying.
there's
But
American women that marry niggas in prison. I just saw a fucking
Yeah.
listen,
I just saw and
listen.
they more
But you
loyal to the
gotta
woman in prison.
You
you
gotta think
gotta
about
understand
backgrounds and stuff. Those play factors in these kind of women.
What
Background,
background?
like how Rich was saying, he grew up in the hood. He only knew hood shit. So you got those factors come into play. If you got a woman who's willing to stay faithful and fond of man's life, how was she brought up? Was she brought up with a mom who dealt with a husband who didn't do anything but drink, sleep, play video games all day? Like you got to think about economic background.
we
Ain't
Those
nothing
play
wrong with playing video
factors in
games.
how some of these women approach relationships.
that's a whole
You know what
nother
I'm saying? That's
topic.
what I'm
But
saying. So that's why I say, ideally,
the
most women want
problem
a provider.
is
They don't want to be the provider.
but the
Wait, who
problem
women
is
be a provider?
the problem is that
Every man should be a provider.
individuals that have people that are less than, what they're trying to do is artificially have loyalty. Like if I get somebody that's beneath me and I'm able to put them on a certain level, they're gonna appreciate me. So they're not gonna cheat on me. They're not gonna steal from me. You see what I'm saying? That's the
The
mentality.
control. The control.
Otherwise, yeah, it's no your partner. If I get somebody that's less attractive and I'm
Hmm.
thinking to myself, hey, she's about a 3 or 4 or whatever the
Hmm.
case is. If I get her, then I probably don't have to worry about her messing
She ain't gonna
around
cheat
on
on
me
me.
or what.
Everything like
Don't
that.
she
That
won't
phone
cheat
gonna be
on me or
dry.
whatever. Or if
Yeah.
she don't have a job, yeah, she's gonna appreciate me. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna come home to the things that I need or want or whatever. Like that's not the case.
Yeah,
Don't it,
they fucking around more than the baddies because every man is thinking the
yeah,
same shit.
and then I'm talking about females, but the men are the same way. When women get with these thugs or these individuals that don't have anything going on, they're thinking. I believe the majority of them are thinking the same thing. If I get this guy, yeah, he might be a little bit on the big side, or I know he's not working right now, but I got him. I got your back. You know,
Yeah.
he not gonna run around on me. He not gonna talk to none of my friends. I don't have to worry about his phone. No, that's
Mm.
that's not the case. That's
I
that's
think it's a
not the answer.
control. I think it's a control. I think they know that
The
because
control
listen,
factor.
men are men. I think they think that if they get a fucking bum ass nigga, right? They with him, they can control this nigga because he don't have a place to live. So we all got places to live. We
There's
all in
part
the
Nigga
there's
field.
part
homeless.
of there's
So
there's part of
so
that
we
too.
not
Yeah.
so we're not gonna go for that bullshit. If she comes that, because remember, it's whoever is the dominant force, whoever is providing. So if you a bum ass nigga, you're not providing. That means you letting her provide. So she has all of the cards now. So I watched this with my dad. I watched his ass get kicked out the house at, 4 in the morning and shit when it's snow outside. And I said, I would never, ever get myself in that position with a woman. I would never let the woman be the provider because they're emotional. She'll wake up and just think some shit and put his ass out. That nigga gotta walk to
Get
the
the fuck
train
out.
and ride a train all fucking night because he didn't have a place to stay. I vowed that I would
You
never be in
know,
that
let,
situation.
let me let
Never.
me tell you something. We going back to the passport bro thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
exactly. Because I got,
I
we're like going off the topic here and
yeah.
stuff. I'm just
I
like,
think honestly, I think uh foreign with you. First of all, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody always want the other. Everybody always want the other. People live in Australia like American women. People that live, men that live in Spain think American women are a certain way. Like everybody want what they can't have or not supposed. Everybody want different stuff. Okay, that's the first thing I'm gonna say. But secondly,
Mhm.
as far as relationships between foreigners, I think what happens is we get caught up in men. It's an ego stroke. We're egotistical. We're ego driven. So when you have a woman that's catering to you, of
Mhm.
course you're gonna be more um pulled more towards them or whatever the case is.
What type of
Um,
women do you prefer, James? What do
So,
you prefer?
yes, exactly. This is the point that we're all trying to make. So what's the difference that you guys saying the Americans are gold diggers and you prefer the woman from
Right. I
outside?
want to know
Like
what
why?
what
well,
women do you prefer,
and see,
James?
people have lost their place. Like I say, if when I go into a different country or whatever like that in the past or whatever, and I'm looking for companionship or whatever, I'm looking for how you treat me. Are you making eye contact with me? Are you making me feel like I'm important? Are you touching? You're a touchy feely type person. That's what I'm looking for. Um, you
What
don't
type of
really
women do
have.
you what type of women do you prefer though? Do you
You
prefer
talking
US
about?
women or foreign women?
I'm gonna
That's
have
the
to
question I
say,
want to know.
I I I if you had asked me this a couple of years ago, I would have said 100% foreign women. But I'm reminded of something my old uncle used to say. The
Mhm.
game the same, the players just change.
Mhm. Mhm.
Everybody the same all over the world.
Mhm.
It's the same problems. You can look on social media. You get uh I think every language and every culture that I have been in contact with, they all say the same thing. They have a version of happy wife, happy life. You know, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what I was getting at earlier was I think foreign women are raised or is something in them or whatever that are
Mhm.
taught to be concerned of the emotional health of their men. I believe because here in the States, men are just taught figure it out. My son asked me something some years ago, and I'm everybody knows I'm a sensitive dude anyway, but I try not to let it show as much as I can. But my son asked me something one
No, you're
time a
good.
long time ago. He said, "Dad, are you happy?" I literally did not. I gave him a bullshit answer, but I literally did not know how to answer that question. Nobody, woman, nobody ever asked me that.
Right.
But
Was this a
foreign,
relationship with an American or a foreign girl?
no. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So when he asked me that, I was dating an American female at the time. But
Mhm.
when he asked me that, I started thinking about it, and as I was traveling or whatever, I noticed that foreign women care more about are you happy? Because they will ask you
Mhm.
than America. I ain't never no American has
How would
ever
you
asked me that.
how would you call that? We're more submissive?
So yeah, but when I say submissive, I'm not meaning you do what I say when I say do it. That's not what I mean.
In different
Right.
I
kind of ways,
mean
yes.
yeah,
Thank you.
submissive. I want to reiterate being more in your femininity, being more comfortable in your own skin. I think y'all are better at that right now in this point in time in history than westernized American women are. Because
Mm.
we did something, I don't know why, but we did something some years ago where we were taught that I don't need nobody.
Yep.
I can do this by myself. And
I can
that
do. I don't
got
need a man to do
into
it for me.
it really did that saying right there really did
Yep.
a lot of damage to the black community. It did a lot of damage to the black community.
Yeah. I
And
agree. I agree
and
on
it
that.
it it pushed it pushed black men so far away that a lot I would even dare say a lot of them became gay because of that.
That's a
Wait, the
That's a
guys.
fact.
that's a
That's a fact, James.
woo. Wait, so
But
Wait, hey, look,
back to
look.
what I was saying,
I can't. Wait, hold on.
foreign women cater to. Go ahead.
Wait. Hold on. We gotta go.
Hey man,
Wait. I don't care what circumstances happen. Nigga can't be turning gay because of that.
For real, bro. I don't know what. I don't blame that
I
on
was with you.
goddamn on
I
me,
was
no
with you on
man.
the trade. I was with you on the trade.
nah,
that's
man.
right.
Listen, bro.
Nah, bro.
I
I can't follow you
listen,
on that one.
listen. I
You
understand.
like women don't like me, I'm gonna go get a man.
Oh no,
Nah,
What?
man.
man.
No,
Them
Right,
niggas
okay,
gay
man.
so
anyway.
There's
Bro, they
men
was
out
gay
there
anyway.
that actually have said that. Just
because
like
they
Them
they
niggas
women.
already
gay
happened.
anyway.
I'm not saying it's the
Bro,
I'm not saying
ain't no way
it's
in the
not the
hell I can look
majority.
at a
I'm not
beautiful
saying
woman
that.
and be like, nah, she did me wrong. Fuck
It's
all
a
of them. Like, that nigga
women.
was gay
No,
Hey,
anyway,
hell no.
bro.
Yeah.
I got a
That nigga
question.
was gay anyway, bro.
I
I'm
got a
sorry.
question in. I got a
Okay.
question in because
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's the majority
Hey,
of
whenever
men
y'all
that
can, I
have
like to
done
get a
that.
word in, though, but go ahead.
Okay, all right, cool. You next.
Yeah.
The majority of men, I'm not saying are like that, but I know both of the women that are in this, y'all either know or possibly have lived the point to where it's like, oh, I don't, no, you know what? I'm just gonna date female. I'm done with men. I'm done. And
Why?
they go,
How?
and females go and they get another female for a
Because they
little while.
dated. Because they already fucking
You don't
gay.
know nobody like that?
They
I
already
see Brent
gay.
shaking her head.
Not
They already
not
gay.
yeah, not because of, just the men ain't shit, but I've known women
Yeah,
who
they
were
already gay.
already into women. They were bisexual and they were
Nah,
like, okay,
I
well,
know
the man is
some.
that
I know
crazy and doing it
some.
for me. I'm gonna go ahead
Their
and stay with my other
mentality,
half.
they got done so dirty. Their mentality changed. They
Yeah,
went to the other side of the
True, but
tracks.
like I
that
was gonna
but
say when you made that comment, like what I was gonna say about the whole, I don't need no man. You gotta think about it. That came from
I
back in the day when our men were being taken and policed and in jail, and then women had
No,
to
that's
step
not
up
true.
and do it.
That's
And so
not
they
true.
taught their daughters, I can do it without your dad because he locked up or whatever, or he's gone. You can do it too. And so that mindset gets passed down to the girls that you're not inferior. You can do it. But it
It
started
morphed.
from
It
our
it
men
morphed
Zoe.
into
disappearing.
something what we
It
got
started from
Wait.
today.
our men disappearing
Zoe
and being a
been trying to
positive thing
talk.
to
Let
being like
Zoe
Zoe.
a,
talk.
ugh.
Zoe. Zoe.
Go ahead,
Zoe.
Let
Zoe.
Zoe
What do you think
talk.
about that? Zoe, what do you think about that? Go ahead, Zoe. What the comment she just
Well,
said
I
about
got a
that?
few. I wanted to speak on the whole initial reaction thing, where we was like, what are you thinking is going on in 7 days? If a dude come to you and say, hey, I'm here for a week, you can't be expecting a long-term relationship with that guy. Like, he's literally trying to knock you down, get the hell on. That's
Mhm.
from the beginning of the show. Also with the whole gold digger thing, man, like old boy said, that shit the same everywhere. They just do it different. Like,
Mhm.
we know the game. When we travel, we know how women gonna treat us. We know the game. We know you want. If you out the money, we peeped that a long time ago. But when I first saw what you got on, I know what you looking at. So ain't nobody out here just really being a sucker like that. So we know what gold diggers look like. We just on a mission. Like, I want to smash. That's it. Here, 1,000 real. Going about the business. I ain't got
And
to get you that for your
it's
birthday.
easier overseas to do that.
It's a lot easier. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. Like, and going back to what you said, I had a similar experience, bro. Like, but this happened in America. I was dating this African woman, and she was the first woman to ever tell me, "You the man in this relationship." I didn't have to, like, I didn't get challenged. She said, "You make the decision. You the man." I've never had that experience with an African American woman. I've gotten challenged by every African American woman that I dated when I tried to make a decision. Say, hey, we need to do this. All right, look, I need you to do this and come. Man, that chick followed me everywhere I went. Whether it was Columbus, whether it was Augusta, like anywhere I went, bro. She followed me everywhere I went. I have never had that experience with an African American woman, and she's Americanized. That girl was been in America. She Divine
I was
Nine,
gonna
Elite,
ask you.
most
I
If
was
that's
gonna
the
elite,
ask
most
case,
you. So,
I'm
HBCU.
she was
definitely
not
sorry that you not
Americanized.
have that
so I was
experience.
gonna ask you from Georgia, man, because you had that Georgia accent, man. I was stationed in Georgia, and I was stationed in Savannah. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna rebuttal you because now, I ain't gonna lie. When I got in the military, I turned to a player. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Mhm.
But the first feminine, submissive woman I ever had was a black girl from Georgia, from in the Macon area. I forgot the city she was from. Warner Rivers, Roberts.
Runner
Uh,
Robbins,
and I won't say her name because she's married now. But man, that girl used to drive down to Savannah every week,
Mhm.
do whatever, bring me food, cook for me, put it on me really good, take me out, spend bread. And I was a dog ass nigga at that time. So man, I had my chicks in Savannah. I had chicks all over. You know what I'm saying? I was just
Hey, that's the
but
interesting thing though. But when you don't give a damn, that's when you get the ones like that. When a nigga trying to
exactly.
be
And
all, you
You
know what I'm
see,
saying?
so
That's
yeah,
when you get the ones that don't want to fuck
passport
with you like
yeah,
bro.
that, bro. Cause I swear when I cared, they didn't care, but when I started caring, they stopped caring,
yeah.
Wait,
bro. I
wait, wait,
promise
And
you
wait.
so
that.
and so that's
Foxy,
and that's so
Foxy.
that's what I'm that's
Wait,
what
wait.
yeah.
Hey, Foxy said passport bro. See that and that the thing I think y'all are misconstruing. That's
Yeah,
not passport bro. That's men. That's just certain men.
Yeah,
yeah,
Some men just
yeah,
so passport bro is
No,
just a dude that's going into
n-
another country being him. So those same lame niggas that you see in another country, them niggas that's in there with
yeah,
30 fucking fake chains on and dancing
yeah.
around and putting
Well,
a
they
show
still
on and
lame
shit.
in another
no,
country.
They doing that
it
shit in the
can be a lot.
States.
Like he said, I
It's
had my
more
woman over
expensive.
there and I got females over there. That's why I'm saying, why was he doing that? Because he
The
could
Philip,
do that because he had a passport and he could
no,
lead double life and doing that shit around.
foreign men do that shit all the time. There's foreign men
yeah.
that's married to they
Yes, but
that has a
you know
wife
what? No,
and then they
Kashi.
got
So,
girlfriends
no,
in the fucking Middle
no.
East.
I met some good ass. I came along with some good ass men in my life. American
Yeah.
and doing that. No, I cannot put everybody in the same.
But why you
The
don't like foreign
passport
men?
borrows from me. I'm calling them the ones that they're actually acting fucking different. They're
But
not
why you don't
being
like
regular.
what?
They've been irregular. They've been irregular, that they live in double lives, that they're acting in a certain way and being accountable in the United States and not being accountable outside the United States. And they're acting different. And then they will say this shit about American women. They are shit, but they go outside to have a foreign chick. And then when that foreign chick will give everything and be submissive, they're still gonna fuck up.
You want to know why?
They're
Got
still
you.
gonna
You
fuck
want to know
up.
why?
But what about
I'm
foreign
gonna
men
tell you
though?
why.
Zo,
I'm gonna
Zo, hold
tell
on,
you
hold on,
why.
Zo, hold on. I'm gonna let you.
Go ahead, go ahead,
I'm
go ahead,
gonna let you get it. I just
go
got to
ahead, go ahead.
touch this real quick though. What about foreign men? Do foreign
No,
men not have a whole nother family in their
for
country and fuck
sure.
around with
That's
your
why I'm
brother
saying
lineage?
if we're gonna catch everybody, we can catch everybody in. I
Yeah, I
have,
want to catch everybody.
I'm
I want the
talking right
same
now
fucking
to put this
same
in. I'm
standard.
talking about African guys that they're be moving to Romania and they're marrying Romanian chicks just because Romanian citizenship right now it's one of the biggest and strongest citizenship in the world because of the European Union and stuff and whatever. And they come over here and they're marrying them and they're giving them a baby and then they're moving to France or whatever just because they got the citizenship and they're just taking off.
African or
So,
Black American?
it's not only about American guys
African,
that I'm talking
African.
African.
about, but I'm just
What
saying
about European
they
guys? Do they do it? Do they come
who?
over here and marry? Like, do other nationalities come over there other than Africans and marry Romanian women? Is it just
I'm pretty sure
I
Romanian
don't think
guys moved at one point to United States and they married for the visa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that.
okay?
Everybody
so
So
in
has
the
a different
EU they can
agenda.
kind of move in the EU they can kind of move how like it won't be the same trying to be a passport bro in Europe going from one European country to another because they so connected over here, bro. Like it's like driving from Alabama to Georgia. Like you can go to any European state with your regular visa. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
think it'll be the
everybody
same.
got a different agenda anyway. When
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
that's
getting.
a different agenda.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I'm good. And
The Africans are leaving. They're looking for opportunity. But I think everybody here can agree. You kind of live wherever you are.
so are the women that's over there because those women are fucking with them African dudes for a reason. They
Yeah.
want to fuck around
Yeah.
with them for sex. They want to fuck around
Yeah.
with them for the experience. So it's the same shit. Now, if this African dude is with her, he probably already knew that she wasn't really into him because most of those foreign women, and this is what I want to touch on, a lot of these black men out here that keep putting this narrative out that these foreign women is so much on a higher pedestal. Have they brought you around a family? Have they family
Mm.
met you yet? Or are you a motherfucker that's just fucking them on the side? Are you just there in the closet and they haven't even introduced you to their fucking family yet? Now we know if you start getting serious with a chick in the States, right? Eventually she gonna take you to meet her people. Most of these dudes that I talk to, they don't even know the mom or the dad of this foreign woman. So that means she's playing your ass the same way. She keeping you in the closet. It's happened to me before. Shit, forget about it. It's
Cause
happened to me
she
before. I dated
yeah.
girls, foreign girls who never ever mentioned their family. So already
Cause
in my mind,
she know
I
what the
know that she
deal
want
is. Everybody know their place. She
they know their
know,
place.
hey, I only got a limited amount of time to be with this person. I'm gonna make them feel good so that they will give me what I need so my life will be better while I'm here. Everybody know their position.
Yeah. But what's the difference with the Americans though? Why are the American women put to another standard? If
They won't
everybody knows the
accept
position,
their position.
now
Exactly.
that's what I want to touch on.
Why
What
always
do you
it's
mean?
like, oh, what? So, like basically,
Yeah,
why
I
an
was gonna know
American
that.
guy would choose a foreign chick? Like you, James,
Why?
why would you choose a foreign chick?
Yeah, why?
Because it's less hassle.
In what? Hassle in
What
what?
what do we differ in?
And
What do we differ in? I don't know. The
your
way we
mi- your
carry
your
ourselves, the way we're
your mind
financially,
your
whatever.
your your mindset is different. Like I said, it's all about the femininity. Am I saying every American woman is like that? No, I am not. There are some that are have been taught correctly or learned correctly. There are some that are like that, but the majority, I'm saying, their mentality, I gotta fight when I'm outside and fight when I get home. No, the
Fight in
conversation,
what? Fight in what though?
like
Give us an
just
example.
just in life, look, you come, you and again, we're getting off of the short term and the long term, but I'll do the long term thing.
Yeah, yeah. No,
The con
let's stay on the long term because the short term, let's clear that up real quick. Short term, that's not to judge anybody with because a short
Mhm.
term, if I show up in a foreign country, I'm there to have fun. I got 5 days, I got 6 days, I got 3 days. I'm trying to do what I need to do and get the fuck going. And that's the same with women. Women do the
So
same
this
shit. They show up to
this is
Jamaica, they show up to these different places for 3, 4 days, they get it in, and then they go back home. That's everybody. That's what we do.
this,
But
this
long
is this is
term,
this
long
is
term.
what I have gathered, and y'all correct me or change my mind.
Mhm,
When you're involved with a foreign female,
mhm.
they put you first. As a man, they put the man first. I think they come home, you come home, and they got your meals prepared. They might rub your feet. They might, give you some nookie or whatever the case is. You're living that picturesque life, right? Long term.
Mhm.
American women, I think they've gotten into more of a competition with their man. As soon as their man walk in the door, they're coming at him like, hey, did you do this today? Where is this at? What's this right here? Why this blah 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 blah? It's just an attack on attack. That again, this is just my experience.
Mhm.
Um,
That
who is
happened in
that?
West
What you
Virginia.
do? Like
But
who and
so to
maybe
be
maybe so, but it's like, who you talking to? Who is that? Where is this? What is this? It's just all kinds of questions all the time.
to be
Most
giving you
foreign
right.
women,
So when I was
most
lately
foreign women,
here,
hold on. Most foreign women that I have observed, they don't worry about nothing until it's right in front of their face.
Mm.
Now, the westernized foreign women, they act just like the ones that are here. They're gonna be looking for everything. They're
That's true.
gonna attack you on everything. They're
Yeah.
gonna worry about what you bringing before I give you, you give me. Like it's that's what I have observed. Okay, I open the floor. My
Uh,
bad.
Go ahead,
hold on.
Foxy. I
Let
go. I,
so
Foxy.
I
I
want to
was
touch on this
I
too, though.
was I was trying to
No, no,
say
hold on.
that.
Yeah, Foxy,
So, and
Foxy,
this is
Foxy,
not
go, and
me
then I
like
want to hear
taking
Brittany.
cover of the men's or whatever, but definitely I've made these questions and whatever. When I was in Middle East, so I met all these American ladies that when we were sitting down and talk, I was telling them about my experience with my baby daddy, that I made my ultimate sacrifice and I left my life in Sicily and I left my family and everything and whatever, and I followed that man to a dream to be together and build. And they were like, "Oh, I would have never done that shit." And I was like, well, it's already starting from there because if you're not willing to give, as a woman and stuff. And then it was starting from in the Middle East, they were saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, Cardi B type of shit and whatever. And I said, well, we didn't grow up like that. Like me being Romanian, I grew up as in no matter what, my man comes home, he's taking care of me, I have to take care of him. Like learning how to cook and waiting for him with a warm meal on the table, that's not even a given. Like it has to be.
Brittany, what do you think about that? So, so, so,
Baby, because you
so,
know I got
so
a lot of
Foxy.
thoughts on all of that.
Yeah.
So
So,
good.
so let me just let me
Um,
just let me just put this little base real quick and then get at it, Brittany. And then
Go
I
ahead,
see you,
baby.
Rich. I know you got it on there too. So Foxy, you're saying just for the audience to hear, you're saying that this is an automatic type of mindset, no matter what guy you meet or whenever you meet this man, it
I
is
was
to prepare the
I was
dinners.
raised like that. I have
You're
to take
willing
care of
to
my man. Yes,
you
my
got
man
to
is taking
so
care of
man
me.
so we can
He's
agree
the
man first.
provider.
Okay. So man first. Okay, Brittany.
Yes.
What's your rebuttal for the American
Uh,
women? For American women out there.
First
and
off,
not only that, support him in his career. If he's gonna move to another country, like my man right now, I'm gonna move in a heartbeat with him. I'm gonna leave everything behind and I'm gonna follow him and support him in his career and stuff because he's the provider. Yes, I'm gonna do that.
But
And I'm
but but,
gonna.
question
but, but,
is
but Foxy, let
question
me ask you this. Let me ask you. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry. Foxy, let me ask you this real quick though. What if he didn't have a career? Would you follow him then?
That would be very hard. No, I have a son already. So
Oh shit! It
yes.
changes if they don't
But
got the
the
career
thing is
already.
that would be he willing to move and leave everything behind to start from
If he
zero
wanted
with
to
me?
come live with you, if he wanted to come live with you, he didn't have a job. His job is done. He don't have a job. He's out the
Yeah,
military.
if he has a
He come with you?
plan and he would tell me he
No
can
plan.
survive in
No
doing it
plan.
and support me.
No
I
plan. He
already,
can't support
I
you.
already came in. So my husband doesn't have nothing. He didn't have nothing when I met him. He
Okay.
actually was coming out of another previous marriage with a lot of debt.
Okay. And he still
And
stayed there.
yes, and
Okay.
we started from zero. And I have a house. I built a house. I bought my house that I'm in
Okay.
right now. It's 130,000 euros investment. That is mine. I bought it when I was 23 years old. But that
Okay.
didn't matter that I came already with an investment and he
Brittany.
came with a debt.
Okay. So he had the debt. He had all this shit, and you still stuck with him. Brittany.
Yeah.
question.
Yes,
Wait,
yes.
question. The man that you're referring to, is that the father of your child?
No, he's not the father of my child.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, so first off, it's a lot of grouping. Not all American women are like that. And when we talk about it, it just seems like it's just grouping everybody in there. I hate that
I
because not
think that goes
that's
without
not
saying though.
everybody, right? It's not everybody, but that's the mindset of everybody. Is one American woman did it, or a couple you see, then everybody's doing it, right? I hate that. Secondly, um, in regards to
That
like
goes without saying.
the man not having anything, or a big woman being submissive and cooking and cleaning and supporting her man and making sacrifices, and you saying the women said they would do it, you did it, and still y'all aren't together.
Mm.
That's the point that they're making, is what's the point of making all these sacrifices if in the end we're not still going to be
You
together
cannot
once the
build nothing
sacrifices
in
have been
life
You
made?
don't
without
know that
Powered
though.
by
sacrifice. You cannot
Riverside
even
But no,
go
no,
FM.
into a
but no, no, no,
business
no, no, no.
without
Everybody has
sacrifice.
talked and I have been quiet.
Yeah,
So my
let's go,
submission,
y'all.
this is me. Now,
I haven't talked
I,
much.
I said earlier, some of y'all have to be more selective because I'm from South Carolina, right? My mama taught me growing up, you cook for your man, you keep a clean house, you take care of your kids, and you have your own life. You're your own person. You know what I'm saying? And to tap on what James said about submissive doesn't mean blind obedience. It doesn't. I'm super submissive. I love to have food ready for my man. I love to sit here and cater to my man. I'm a cancer baby. If I'm gonna do anything else, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna feed you. I will house you. I will do all of that. And yet, and still, it's a matter of, like you said, when I'm ready for it, then I'm not ready for it no more. Because a lot of times, women like us who love to just be in our soft girl era, we get men who aren't ready for it. And then we're putting this effort in, this effort in, this effort in, this effort in. And then after a while, you feel unseen. You feel unrecognized. You feel like your effort was wasted. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I'm ready to do the right thing. You're like, baby, I've been doing the right thing. I don't want to be there. Um, I don't think
And
that
that's the
foreign women are
chance.
better. Yeah, I don't think that foreign women are better than American women, or American women are better than foreign women. I think that the principles are where it differs. And I think the economic background is where it differs. Because you can have, a super submissive woman who will hold you down until the money's gone, and then she's gonna be like, you're not doing your job as a provider, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And then you can have a woman who you feel
Hey,
is
facts.
combative, but she's just pushing you to be the greatest you, and you're like, man, she's always on my ass about this. How you know that woman isn't trying to encourage you or push you to be the best you because she sees potential? A lot of American women fall in love with potential. I tell my friends that all the time. y'all fall in love with what you see the man could become. And then you're like, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man. Because in your mind, you already saw this man as being great. And in his mind, he's like, damn, this bitch is nagging as fuck. And really, it's just her being like, I know he can do it. I believe he can do it. But on the other end, it's like that bitch is always nagging. Why ain't try this? Why didn't do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's really when it comes to these relationships and these, you know, backgrounds and these expectations, I feel like it's literally all about how the person perceives it. Because what you can perceive as me nagging or as me being a masculine could be me in my mind saying I'm trying to be your backbone to push you to be great. But then at the same time, me being in my soft girl era and you following your lead in your mind, you could be like, oh yeah, she's just so submissive and I can just do whatever I want. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm playing my supporting role. Now I want you to respect the space that I'm giving you to be that leader. I said that the other day. Some American women are get a lot of flack because they want to see that you can lead. But you also gotta look at where all of those mentalities came from. It didn't just come overnight where they decided they don't want to just follow
The thing is
anymore.
that they're making this difference between
You know what I'm
us. It's
saying?
not us
But
as
there's no
women,
difference.
trying to
There's
hate
women
each
in foreign
other
countries
and
who
stuff.
will push you to
Hey,
your
hey,
brink just like they is American women.
No,
can I
not
give a
really.
male's perspective? I'm gonna tell you the biggest difference. You're right. We all date women are the same. Whether she a hoe, whether she's supportive, whether she's combative. The difference is they're nicer about it. If she tricking me, she's nicer about it. If she goddamn don't like me, she
Give me
nicer about it.
give me a
That's the
reach
biggest
around while you
difference. That
stabbing
the
me.
biggest
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
the biggest thing what men, and I'm gonna be real honest, it's gonna sound lame as hell what I'm about to say. The
No, you're
biggest
right.
thing that most men want is we want y'all to just be nice to us. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
biggest
I
thing.
I'm
one
sorry.
You
I
can
don't
say
know
what you
any
one
want to
women in
hundred
say.
percent
relationships that are
one
mean to their
hundred percent.
partner. I don't understand that. Like I don't
Mm-mm.
understand it because I'm 15 years in a relationship. I've never raised my voice at this man. That man never raised his
Okay.
voice at me. We ain't never
They
had
don't
nothing to
make
do.
So
you
so
no
let me
more.
give you
You
this.
know
Let
what
me
I'm
let
saying?
me
So
give
it's
you
like
this
I don't
then.
understand how you can. If I'm
Let
giving
me
how we
let,
can be in a
well let
relationship
me
and
give
I'm
you
not
this
nice
though.
to
In our
you,
Let me
experiences
give you
have
this
been
though.
like
so
that should be
different.
a
We just
thing.
gotta
If I love
understand
you
each
and we're in a
other.
relationship, I should be nice to you in
But why
general.
are
That
y'all
should
not
be.
still together? What is the reason why y'all
Let me
not
give you
still
We
this
are
though.
still
together?
together. So
I mean, like, are y'all
that's like I
married?
don't
Are you
understand
married?
how you say they're not
Are,
nice to you. Like
but I
your
mean,
woman
you,
should totally
you.
be nice to you.
But if you're
You're her
doing all of
man.
that,
I didn't
if you're doing all of that, why are y'all not married? Why is it
It's
not?
not gonna work. I don't. First off, I've already been married. I told you this. You, Kasha, you
Mhm.
already know. You
Yeah,
already know me and my situation with him anyway.
yeah,
I've already done the marriage thing. Did it thinking that I'm a good Southern girl. I met him in the military. I'm like, I'm a cook, clean. I'm gonna do all that.
yeah.
He got
That's one
deployed
guy.
and went and cheated, and but it was about young age. It was traumatizing. All the shit, like bringing home the babies and all this stuff, was traumatizing for me. I don't want
Oh
to be
damn.
married again. I don't.
so
Sometimes I say I do. Sometimes I say I do. And I feel like maybe later down the line I might actually decide that I want to be married. But as of right now, I'm okay with where I'm at. We have two children together. Our children are great. He's great involved. Dad, there's no drama here. And I like it where it's at. And for me also, I feel like at this point, marriage is pointless. It's a paper. There are men who are married and still cheat. There are men who are married and who still do that. There's still women who are married who cheat. I don't think having the label of wife or husband changes how you treat your partner in a relationship. It doesn't. So for
But that
me,
could be. But that could be the drive. But that
I don't
could.
want to be married. I don't need
But
to be
that could.
married.
But
I'm
that could be.
satisfied.
But that could be the driving point and what we're talking about as far as the difference in the foreign women and the American women. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah, they
noticing.
want to be. I don't want to
Yeah,
be.
most
I've done
So
it
American.
and
do
I'm
you
okay.
guys
Most.
think,
I'm
okay, I'm
happy.
gonna ask you, Kashi and Zoe and
Yeah.
James and whatever, let's say sexually, because that's where cheating is coming from, right? What makes this man cheat?
The foreign women get more freakier.
Ooh.
Because it
I
Foreign women
think a
get more.
Marcus?
man really don't cheat until he start coming out the pocket because sex don't mean nothing to a man. If he
no, it
paying her
don't.
No, sex
bills,
is not. Sex is
if
90%.
he paying
Sex
her
don't
Sex
mean
is
bills
nothing
everything
to
for
us.
and
me.
making sure she got money in her account, that's when a man cheating because he
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
got feelings for
It's
that woman.
financially. Yeah, it's for finance because
For
A
me,
lot
we
of
it's
get
people
we get
look,
money.
sexually
man.
for sure.
People don't want to talk about that. People
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to talk about that.
It's
Well,
sexual.
I know
It's
we talk about
90%.
passport, bro, but
Yeah,
people don't want to talk about that.
So
yeah.
while
Sex,
That
sexual
passport
for
90%.
bros
us,
were,
for
you
us,
know,
For
given
us,
this, why would they choose a
for
woman, a
for
foreign
us,
woman, thinking
Because women
probably
Jan,
we're
enter
more
everything.
open sexually, mentally?
yeah,
We're
Sexually.
more
No,
open to
y'all
exotic,
try,
once again, y'all just
more.
nicer. You're just nicer.
yeah.
In general,
Sexually
you just
open.
nice.
Man, you
You
Listen.
Zoe telling the truth, man. He telling the
No.
truth.
you just nice.
Zoe's going off a little bit because
You're not gonna convince me that
I tell
all
you why
American women
Zoe's
are nice
I
to
tell
your
you why
men.
Zoe's going off.
I find that hard to believe.
I tell you why Zoe's going off a
You
little bit because in these foreign countries, there are some girls listen, the first Filipino girl I ever dated, she was fucking a nagger to hell. She was every time she was like, who you on Instagram? You on Messenger? I had to train her. I had to literally tell her, hey, look, cut that bullshit out. Stop
she was
fucking.
worried she was gonna lose what she had.
Yeah, the problem is this. The problem is this, and this is why, like what we're saying. See, for me, I believe that these women are. This is women in either area. The only difference, though, with the foreign women is the foreign women are willing to put up with more of the shit. Now, check it out. If an American woman catch you cheating, forget about it most of the time. This girl is going to give you hell. Now, if the foreign chick she catches you cheating or something, right? She's going to give you some multiple chances to recover. And now, listen, that doesn't mean that she might not have a backup plan because forget about it. These foreign women, they do the same shit. They'll be fucking some other dude, and that's why she's letting you get away with what you getting at because she fucking your homeboy in the background. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this is just
and
women.
quieter about it.
It's just quiet. This
But
is
there
quiet.
are
Yeah,
married
they
women
I
who
said
stay
that
with cheaters
yesterday.
too. So
They keep that shit
that's not
quiet.
true.
I
There's
said it
women who stay with
yesterday.
cheaters too.
Yeah.
Britt,
It's
you know what you're doing, Britt. You're
I'm fine.
thinking
I'm trying
of
to be objective for a little bit because it's kind of
y-
grouping it up because you saying that foreign women will stay with the cheater, but
so
American
yeah,
women stay with cheaters too.
But
Yeah, the
I
cheater
just
we
is
have
not
are
one
always
we
the
are
end
group.
all for the
clarification
Hold on,
relationship.
about
hold on.
this here,
I'm
guys.
about to blow your mind. We are grouping it together because Britt, you're talking about a small piece of the pie. We're talking about the whole pie. And
We
I
talking about
and
in
when I
general.
mean, let me give you a perfect example of that.
Yeah,
And
because
this
I
is
don't believe that
and
all
this is
foreign
going
women are going
and
to
this is
be
going to
like,
be
let's
very
just take a cheater.
controversial what I'm about to say because I know y'all have heard this before. There are good people and bad people in all of it. You got good
Yeah.
Republicans and bad Republicans. You got
They're
good
good on
Democrats and
both
bad
sides.
Democrats. It's good people on both sides. But you, Britt, you're talking about a small piece of the pie of women that are in our culture, and I'll even dare say the black culture that have been raised the correct way. You're talking about a small piece of the pie.
But I'm not
On
talking
a
about just black
whole,
women. I'm talking about
ho- ho-
women
ho-
as a whole.
on a whole, you look at American women that no, they're not nice. They are not.
Can I ask the fellas a question?
Yeah, what's up?
How many times dealing with an African American woman, the woman said it was my fault? In any situation, don't matter what it
No
is.
woman has ever
How
said
many
that.
times have you
No
heard
That
that?
woman.
don't even come out their mouth.
No, that for me, listen, no woman ever says that. Indian, black, white,
But
Muslim,
was about to
now
say,
my
hey,
experience
Zoe,
been
I was about to say
different
that. I was about
with
to say,
foreign
hey,
women,
Zoe,
Kashi.
no
Zoe,
woman takes accountability.
I've never had any woman say
Yeah,
my
this
fault.
is
Now,
getting
That
good.
makes it
Oh
sound
my
like women
yeah,
don't
God.
take accountability.
They
let,
don't.
let me,
That's not
let me,
They
necessarily true.
don't.
Because
You just told us. You just told us that you are you're just this amazing woman
y'all
with
making it sound
one
like women don't take
rule.
accountability when you make that statement. And that's not fair because then when
That's
Patron can
exactly
say
what
men
it
don't take
is.
accountability because how many times do women catch men doing things and they act like they gaslight, act like it never happened or like we tripping.
You know why
Accountability.
most
So
men,
okay,
you
It,
so
know,
I
it,
want
it's
y'all
I
to
the
just
understand.
recently,
So all
the
of my
same thing
point.
you can say for women, stuff that I can say for men.
But see,
So
but here's
all
the
of my.
difference.
So
Here's the difference.
we get that.
Here's
My
the
whole
difference.
point is
Accountability is realizing what triggered that moment. So if you didn't
Accountability
give
is
me
being mature enough
sex,
to know what happened
if
and
you haven't
owning that
given me
shit.
sex all month, and you every time I come in, I wanna make love, and you do not allow me to make love with you, right? For 1 month straight. Now I start getting distant with you. I start emotionally getting disattached from you. You're gonna start saying, now I haven't even cheated. I haven't even got to that point yet. I'm just emotionally disattached because I'm trying to make love with the person I'm with, and you keep turning me down, right? So
Question:
it's
did you
fucking
ask
with
her
me
what the
and
issue
every.
was and why there was no love making?
So, and this is what I'm saying about the accountability part. If I'm asking you, if I'm saying, yo, let's do it, you're not telling me nothing. You're not saying nothing, or the reason on why you don't want to do it. That's the accountability I'm talking about. Their accountability would be admitting that, hey, look, you got me pissed off because you did something 2 months ago or something, and I don't want to make love to you right now. Because women always have something that they're fucking holding on to when they act out most of the time. Yeah, I mean, let's think about it. Like,
I
there's
just they're holding on to.
yeah, like let's say you was pissed off that I looked at some girl in a fucking airport. Like I've had girls
They
tell me, "Yo,
hard as
you looked
debated.
at some girl in the airport." So in her mind, she been thinking about this shit for decades. I forgot
We
about
got
this.
different hormones. We got different hormones. Okay, just pass over this shit.
Yeah, but see, we
But
can't.
but
We
you
don't. We're not wizards. We don't know about these hormonal shit. We done forgot about that moment.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
we
don't
can't
but
read
understand.
your
you
mind.
Can't read your
y'all
mind.
gotta understand
But I think that's also like an insecurity
sex for
thing. And
men,
I think
sex
it's also an insecurity
For
thing for me because
sure.
I don't
It's
care
all
if you
about
look at a
sex
woman.
communication and
on
shit.
I might look at
on
her
the
before you
whole,
look at her. Communication
on
is
the
the biggest
whole,
breaker for
on
any
the
relationship.
whole,
If a man doesn't
on
give
the
you sex,
whole,
if a man refuses to give you sex, Brittany, if y'all been dating for a month, a man is your man does not give you sex. He don't want to make love to you for some reason. What you gonna
Yeah,
do?
I'm gonna ask her
yeah,
what's
and
going
that's
on.
rare.
So
That's rare
here's
Oh,
for a
what.
guy to do
So
that.
you're gonna ask him what's going on,
I'm gonna
right? And
definitely
then
go
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
gonna want to know
Yeah,
what's going on. I'm
so
gonna
he,
like, are we like? I want to know what's going on. Are we
I'm gonna
good?
go
Like, are you
looking
just
for
having a
shit.
moment? You know what I'm saying?
there
I'm
we
gonna
go.
ask. I'm not
That's
gonna
exact,
just let my
That's
man
exactly,
stay in my
Ramona. That's what
bed
you
and
looking
not
for.
touch
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
me.
go
start
looking
looking
for
for stuff.
shit. For
that's the
sure.
That's
real
the
answer.
majority.
You
That's the
don't
But
majority
already
of women.
in
that
your
doesn't mean
Before
I'm
they
mind.
gonna start
start,
looking for stuff or assuming that he's cheating.
before
I'm
women
generally gonna
go
ask him
talk,
what's going on because
Well,
men
that's
go through things.
you're different,
you
Men
Brittany.
go through
you are
things.
you
Most
a different breed.
most
Most
women
women,
is like what Ramona
they
just said.
wanna load their gun before they point it.
Already, he's not having sex with me.
If you're
We're
not giving me
together.
nothing to look for,
Let me go
I'm not
look and
going.
see
There's no
what.
reason for me to
Let me
look.
follow
But I'm
him.
gonna
Let me
want to
go
know
through his
first.
phone. Let me go through his laptop. So that way they already got the answer
Guys,
before they
guys,
go
guys. So
and talk to him.
let me tell you this. So before we got on and whatever, I was talking to my husband. He's a black guy, American black guy, right? He was married to a Filipino before me. I'm a foreign, also from Romania. So my question was literally, I was like, you know what? I never asked you this. Why you preferred to get married with foreign women?
Okay.
You know, and stuff. And I said, like, literally, I'm because I've been in the United States before my baby daddy, and I was put on the wall because they were like, and I shit you not, this was a discussion like, you females come over here and take our man. We're not coming to take your man. You know, I don't even like, that's not even like, I was not even thinking about that or going over there. It
But
just
why don't you?
You're
happened for me to
nicer
be.
Why
and
don't
you
you date
look
your own
better.
kind
But
though?
it just happened to be
Why don't
for
you
me.
date
But
men
you
from
know,
your country? Why
hmm?
don't you prefer men from your country though? Why do you
Because
prefer
I did
American
that.
men?
I tried that. I did that. I was supposed to marry
Try every
two
Romanian
times
Romanian man?
my first two relationships, and you know, I was treated bad because of the way that we were raised. They wanted
Yeah.
us too submissive. They didn't want us just submissive. They wanted us too
They wanted
submissive.
blind obedience.
As in, you know, you just had to be home, be
With that
beaten,
compliance.
you know, just like blindfolded, that, you know, communist type of shit that you didn't had literally nowhere to say. So that just didn't work for me.
But if you
I
met
think
a
people
black
forget like
if
they
you
don't
met a black
understand the
man that did
true
that,
term of submissive
if you
when it
met a
comes to
black man or
relationship with women.
if you met a black man or an American man that did the same exact thing, would you still go for blacker men or would you change?
I think I will. Definitely, I'm not in the same mindset what I was 10 years ago. I'm definitely not the same woman that I was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
I
You
just
have
keep
a
on
you
growing.
okay,
everybody has a
I was
preference,
in
okay.
the
man.
So
mind.
Everybody does.
yes. So let me. Okay, let's
Yeah,
make because I've questioned a lot about this. Me
right.
having a preference in black male. Yes, it is. It is it a fetish? I don't call it a fetish because if it will be just a fetish, it will be just a sexual thing. Where I will
Mhm.
just use the man for the sexual. That's how I see it as a fetish. But no, I think I respect the black man. I want to build with the black man.
So
It's
that's what
different.
those women are talking about when they refer when you're saying that these American women, black women specifically, will say things like, you know, y'all are taking all of the men. So first
Yeah.
off, already you have your women there, right? And I've heard this too in different countries with the men on the opposite side. If we go to a foreign land, the men feel some type of way if we getting their women. So everybody has that mindset. That's not even just the black women. That's anybody.
But
You go to any country and you're dipping in there when you got a whole host of fucking men in your own category, but you're going for them. There, that
It's being exotic. Like my
but
daughter, for instance.
That's exactly what it
My
is.
daughter is
what's exotic?
Norwegian. She's Norwegian. And she was in the Norwegian uh King's Guard, and now she's in the police academy. one of the hardest issues that she has had growing up and being a young adult is she never really knows when people are into her because she's a good person, or they're into her because, oh, you're different. I've never seen anybody like you before. You're Norwegian and you're American.
Right.
You're half black and half white. Wow. And now that's just another notch on their belt. And I
Yep.
told
Fantasize,
her,
yeah.
I'm like, look, I cannot tell you how to come up with your own test to see if they're into you. What you got to do, the only thing that's going to tell that is time, but pay
Yep.
attention to the little things. For instance, and this is going back to being nice, like Zoe said, and going back to Brit about how you take care of your man. When foreign women, their mindset is like I said, on a whole, taking care of the household, taking care of the man first. For us that have not been used to that, that have not possibly even seen that before, because as we said earlier, some households, like we were talking about, I can do this by myself. Maybe they didn't have an opportunity to show their daughters how they're supposed to take it. One of the things that I wish that I had allowed my children to see was me going through my breakups. They never saw that. I never let them see that. They don't know how I got over that. My son has a hard time with rejection.
She just ate.
And I'm recently telling him about that
No,
now.
no, she's not so
Right.
hard.
We just, our generation, we just have to kind of be okay.
You
You
gotta
know?
figure it out, yeah.
So have
Yeah,
you
we just got to
married?
So,
figure it
Have
out.
so
you just have you?
James, let me ask you sorry guys, let me ask you a direct question. Would you tell your son to marry a foreign woman?
Yeah, there we go.
No. What I tell my son is marry somebody that is going to um what's the word? I don't want to say cater, but take care of your needs.
Compliment you, maybe.
Mar-
That's a good
Thank
one.
you. That's what I'm looking for. Marry somebody. If you're gonna marry somebody that compliments you. But here's the thing: everybody think they got the answer to relationships. It don't matter if you're in Colombia or in the United States. There's no simple answer for relationship. Everybody does things for different reasons, but the problem is how you make me feel doing it. That's the issue. Like I was telling my daughter, like I was telling you a minute ago, you have to look for the little things. If I say I'm hungry and you not moving, you don't care if I eat or not. If I say my feet hurt and you don't pick them up and rub them a little bit, you don't care about me. But if you say my feet hurt and I don't grab them or something like that, like what's wrong with you? Why rub my feet? Do something. Make me feel better or something.
Has an
That that's
American woman
that's
ever did that? Has an American woman ever did that for you?
I can't lie. Yes, I have had that before.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have.
so
yeah,
that's
I
what I.
can't lie
yeah.
on that. But
Oh,
on a whole, most will not. I had a
how
girlfriend
you
one
know
time.
that?
She would
I
not.
I
She
love
would.
doing that for my man.
She
Yeah, but
wouldn't rub my feet. She'll pay for me to go get my feet done, but her putting her hands on my feet, she thought
yeah,
that was yuck, ugh.
I
yeah,
don't want all that
but
attention. I
that's
don't want nobody touching my feet.
yeah,
I'm good on all that.
yeah.
Oh, I'm in the United States, but I travel to go see my kids at least once a year. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm in Germany. I'm in Germany. My kids are in Atlanta. It's all right.
Mhm. Mhm.
I ain't never had that with no relationship.
Mhm. Right. Right.
Shout out to Miami.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah. But that goes back to what Zoe said. Be nice. If you go get me, at least make me feel good while you getting me.
Shit, 'cause we gotta act too. We gotta act like we like them. Shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Man,
Oh my God. So
I'm a,
we
I'm
we
about
have
to
so like different opinions about this shit
I'm a,
because I've been
I'm
trying to
about
Yeah.
to
tell
blow
Yeah.
y'all.
'Cause
what
I'm
means
about
for
to blow
me and
y'all
hey,
everything.
mind.
hey, my
I'm
my
about
experience in America was I was introduced to foreign women in America. I didn't because I wasn't traveling when I met the foreign women that gave me a different view of American women. I was in America when I met these women and they were just different acting. So my journey started in America and then I traveled and started it was just consistent being outside of America.
let,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so
Go
no
ahead,
no no.
James.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. Here's my thing. Maybe y'all can understand this. Maybe y'all get mad at me. I don't know. But after my son's mother, my ex-wife, he's black. She's black. After her, I didn't date black women for almost 18 years. I was
Damn, what
done
you
with.
do to
I
you?
was I was done. No, no, no,
But
no.
you know
You say
what?
no. Hold on,
But
hold on. Wait a minute.
go
Wait.
ahead,
Let
James.
me finish. Let me finish. So I didn't date a black woman for almost 18 years. And the what had happened was something in me just clicked. I was like, I'm tired of getting my money taken from me. She took the roof from over my head. Now she's using my child against me, emotional hostage. Like it was bad. So I was like, you know what? And I again, y'all might not agree with this, but in my mind, I made up in my mind. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have my own people do this to me. I would rather for somebody else to do. At least I can look in the mirror and be like, I should have saw that coming. But for my own kind to do that to me, that just made me feel. I got tired of it. I'm tired.
Yeah, I see
I'm
that.
I'm
But
done.
so I had a similar reaction. So my reaction was I was done with African American women. That's when I ended up meeting this chick from the Caribbean, and I was like, oh, so there's other black women. Then
It's
I met
different
this
different
African chick.
mentality.
That was the one that really made me realize, damn, it was a bunch of black women. I ain't got to just worry about the ones that,
But it's a
you know what I'm
different
saying, difficult
mentality.
to deal with over here. I
It's
can
a
go
different
somewhere else and
mentality.
find another
Yes.
black woman.
It's a
What's the
different
different mentality?
mentality.
What is the specific? This is the thing that I don't get because I hear this a lot. And my thing is, like y'all said, and we all got these horror stories. I got you, Brittany. I know I got you. Let me just address this real quick. So this is the thing that I'm always hearing is like, guys will get did wrong, right? A guy that I was talking to earlier that didn't even want to be on a panel because his nigga was so damn depressed. He had a he had, he had a
You're
he
just,
had a
you're
he,
just
he
keep me hitting there that button.
he had an extreme he had an extreme um extreme bad nightmare with the black American woman, right? Now, we all done had some type of shorty that done did us bad, man. I mean, even in all
Yeah.
different races, but I just don't understand how y'all click. And I'm not saying y'all specifically. I'm just saying
Because
people
what Zoe said, it's all because of what Zoe said earlier.
about
At
what.
least she made me feel good.
No. But listen, I've met people
Oh,
who
just
okay, so the process don't start with them not making you feel good. Let's be honest. If you were in a relationship for 10 fucking years plus and all these other things, she had to be treating you nice at one point. So that they
Yeah.
all have that's the mindset of, I mean, that's the game that individual was doing. They be nice to you and they still fuck you over. What I'm trying to understand is the people that are
I'm
saying
okay with that.
okay, but I'm saying like the people that are saying that okay, if you get you a foreign woman or you get a different type of black woman, like what you're saying, like an African woman or something, what's the difference? If that chick if she fucks you over, what you gonna do then? Go to fucking to Latin women? Like what's gonna happen?
So
No,
let me
no, I
respond.
get what you go ahead, Zoe.
Let me respond. So um first off, let me tell you, as African American men, what are we taught when it comes to women? Go get her. When she tell you no, nah, you just got to keep going. When you're in a relationship,
A
she go
water
to
wear down
complaining.
rock.
I ain't never been taught that.
When
I'm
she
a
go to
motherfucking
complaining,
man.
what they tell you,
I'm a,
do whatever you got to do to make her happy. I know men that are in relationships right now trying their hardest to make their
nah,
woman
fuck
happy.
that.
And them dudes
I
have,
think that's where men go wrong
but you
at.
talking about you. You talking about
Yeah,
you.
I
I'm
know, I
talking
know,
about
I
at
know.
least three guys I know
But you can't say
in
that. You can't say that
relationships.
that a lot of men are taught that because
I didn't say most.
okay, what'd you
I
say?
didn't say most.
What'd you say? The
I'm just
majority?
giving examples of what I've seen or experienced from people that I know.
Okay. But
They're in relationships
yeah.
doing their best to make their woman happy, and that woman is still giving them hell. I'm
But
talking
why
about
would you
dudes
okay.
going
stay?
to
This is
therapy.
like female male
So
type
I'm
of
still waiting
stuff.
to put my car in
Whatever.
cherry,
I'm just
man. Can I have a
I'm
minute?
just
Yeah.
no, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. I get that, but what I'm saying is a guy can be in a relationship, and that don't mean the woman's treating him nice at some point.
Yeah.
Like he could have been in recovery. Sometimes that rebound just be like, I need to get over
Yeah,
this other dude type
y'all don't
deal.
listen to the blues, do you? Y'all, all the answers are
Go
The
there.
Brittany.
blues
Let
don't
Brittany
work
go.
One
She been
anymore.
trying
one
to
Oh
talk
monkey
for a
don't
man.
minute.
stop no
Okay,
train.
The blues is for the blues is for simps, man. The blues was
look.
created by some simps because
Oh, was it?
after you meet
I
if
was
you meet
hey the blues the one monkey don't stop no train, bro. Listen, let me
Brittany,
tell you
go ahead.
something.
Yeah.
Well,
Look
Go
here.
let
ahead,
Brittany
Brent.
get let Brittany
Yeah,
get
let
it.
Look
Brittany
here.
go.
What you
She
got?
been trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Look here. As a black woman, I'm
Let
gonna
her
speak
cook.
on black women. You feel me?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Your commentary and to James' commentary about the woman did him so bad he didn't date a black woman for 18 years. I believe yesterday when we was talking and we mentioned the whole black woman thing, and I said the problem in the black community is they don't believe in fucking healing, right? Y'all say she did me dirty. I'm leaving this woman, and every black woman has to deal with the hurt from that incident or another incident.
They didn't
People
have to
in the
deal with
black,
my hurt.
wait,
I didn't go there.
wait a minute,
Let her talk. Let her
wait
talk.
a
Let her talk.
minute,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
because you know what I'm saying? You had 18 years in which you could have worked on yourself and healed. Instead, for 18 years, you avoided your own particular kind of woman. You feel me?
Mhm.
In that 18 years, you could have went to therapy and or whatever, and she could have went to therapy. And this is what I told Kashi the other day. I said a lot of black women are suffering from the previous black woman, and a lot of black men are suffering from the hurt of the previous black men. We as a whole don't believe in mental health like we should. We don't believe in healing. A lot of, like I told Kasha, I said, one of my friends, she ain't never ever single because she was raised that she's supposed to have a man will make you, you got a woman without a man is nothing.
Mhm.
And so she don't have time to heal. She's literally like back, 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 back. And then she gets in relationships and she's carrying all this baggage that she never fixed. And then the next man, like, I ain't dealing with that because now he leaving with baggage. He bring it to the next chick, and he's like, whatever. And I feel like with a lot of black women, we get a lot of freaking stray bullets. Like I get stray bullets from men sometimes, and I'm like, baby, who hurt you? I said all the time, who hurt you? Because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And the
Well,
thing is,
that works for
collectively,
everybody. That works for
the
everybody.
world sees
Don't bring your previous
right, but and
drama
so
and trauma.
collectively, the
I
world sees black women as in not the best light because men who haven't healed from black women trauma, they
you know what?
drag a bitch
I
down.
get
When
what
you know what I'm saying?
I
It,
get with you on that one. I get with you on that one.
because
No, I
I
gotta
don't, that
disagree.
the black
I
women
gotta
get
disagree on
a
that.
lot of flack.
Can I ask you a
A lot
question?
I
of
do.
flack,
Can I
and
ask you a
not all
question?
of us are,
I get
the hood
you.
rat Tina who hold baby daddies hostages. A
Mhm.
lot
Yeah,
of other,
but
there's a lot
this
of
but
black women
like
who
you're
do
saying,
not
you're talking
behave
But
for
in
the
that
again,
black
manner,
ladies.
but
That's
we have
You're
to deal
talking
with
about the
that.
black
We have to
Can
ladies.
deal
I
with
That
can
them
I
means
ask a
facts. You know what
question?
I'm saying? But in
that's
but
a
you
Can I ask a
general,
general
again, that's
question?
okay.
just your piece of
Okay,
the
who's
that's
next?
just your piece of the pie though. That's just
right,
your
but
piece of the
Oh
pie. I
That's
yeah.
what
get
I'm
it though.
saying.
like
Everybody
it might
needs
All right.
be
to
my
Hey,
move
piece
hey,
of the
on.
fellas,
You
pie.
I
gotta
want
do
y'all to
It
I
might
your
want
be
y'all to
my
answer
piece
this
of the pie,
question,
but it's
fellas.
a piece of the pie that a lot of black women are living. They're getting these stray bullets, and a lot of black men do too. I've met a lot of great black men who feel like black women did them dirty, and so it's quid for quo. But I feel like when it comes to how we're talked about, to foreigners, that's when you know what I'm saying? That's the perception. I don't want everybody who's watching this to perceive black women as just being combative or holding kids hostages or just not being
But
nice or
that's
loving
what
because
show
there are women who
but
do
that
that. And there's a build up to there's a build up to these behaviors in men and women in the black community.
it's funny you say that because social media, that's how y'all are portrayed. That's how black people
Exactly. And that's how
are
y'all
portrayed.
portray
But
social media. I
hold on,
talked about that earlier.
wait.
I just want to
But
ask the fellas
going
a
back,
question.
go ahead.
Have y'all ever been called a bitch by a woman before? A woman ever came to you like, you a bitch,
No, I ain't never
bitch
said
ass
that.
nigga.
Yeah,
Have y'all
yeah,
ever
yeah.
been called that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've
Where
I
she
never
was
haven't.
called
from?
a man a bitch in my life
Where was she
because
was
he's
from?
not.
Yeah.
He's a
Where was she
man.
from?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I think I
That's
said
all
that
I'm saying.
earlier.
And what? Hey, and I
I've
love.
never called a
I
But
They
got
man
a
hold
probably
out
love
on.
for
of
could
African
name.
they
Some of
American
them
couldn't
foreign
women.
get
girls, some
they
of them
couldn't
foreign
get
girls will do
something.
it too. Some of them foreign girls, the white girls, they get that's
That's all your nigga
But
though.
that's where it comes in at because you accept
But
it
look,
from a
That's all your
different
nigga
but
girl.
fault, boy.
You
wait,
will
wait,
accept it
wait.
from a foreign girl or a white girl, but when a black girl does it, it's a problem. But you
That's
will
the
go.
No,
mentality. But
no, no. It's always
but
it's a
that's
That's
what I
problem
was
that's
saying
anyway.
you know what
earlier.
I'm saying?
That's
It's
exactly what
all a
I was
problem.
saying.
no, no,
That's
no.
Like
exactly
So
what I
It's
was
all a
saying
it's
problem.
earlier.
but
acceptable.
Like
see,
I'm like, what? Like I
No,
don't want
that
to take
wasn't my
that
point.
from my own
Right.
kind. I don't want
but
to take that. But
but
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I
I get
disagree.
what you're saying about
I
the
dis
healing thing. I get
I
that. I'll
yeah,
take that.
I
But yeah,
disagree on
if
the
you can take it from another woman, then what's the difference of if it's because she's not black, it's okay. But
no, I
or
disagree
because
with
Nobody
she's
that though.
never
nicer
said
about it
that.
when
For
she
I
does
said
me,
the
it, it's okay. You know what
likelihood.
I'm saying?
that's
That's what I'm
what
I'm
trying to
talking about the
understand. I'm
likelihood
trying
of
to
somebody
understand
calling
this. Why
you
I'm
a bitch.
asking these questions. I'm trying to
that's
understand it
where
because
that
That's what
what I'm
everybody
hearing
had
is it's
at some
okay if it's
point at some
someone
point,
else.
everybody has to make a choice for themselves at some point. What you will put up with and what you will not put up with. And
right.
everybody has a different point in their life that they come to that. At
Right.
that particular, and I'm not saying you can't come back around because life can bring you back full circle. But at that point in my life, I was done.
You have to do your
I
mental
was
growth. You have to do your
Yeah,
mental
I
growth.
was done. I had to learn, and I learned something from all the relationships that I've been in, whether it was something that I wanted or something that I didn't want anymore. The
Right.
only thing that I had the biggest problem with, and it was a compounded problem, was walking away. When I became
Mm-hmm.
unhappy, when I became unhappy, I didn't leave because I had to prove them wrong. I'm a good
Yep.
guy.
Yeah, but you
And
have to
then I
admit your
ended
But
up
faults
men
as
stay in
well, too.
relationships in
and then I
general
ended up
anyway.
wasting my time for years
Yeah,
because I was trying to play Mr. Fix It.
right.
Yeah.
Leave. If you
Bro,
don't
I'm
have to
teaching my
leave,
son that right now.
Yeah.
My son,
leave.
I'm teaching them that right now. You get you somebody that ain't like, hey, walk away. It's okay to walk away. I'm teaching my, cause we was,
It's
I can
healthy
speak
to
for
So,
walk
me.
but
away.
I wasn't taught, I
so
wasn't
what,
taught to walk
guys,
away.
sorry, what I'm
I
trying
wasn't
to
taught to walk
understand
away
right
from an
now is like
uncomfortable relationship.
the whole concept, it's already wrong because we're saying why foreign and not Americans. It's
All
already
right.
wrong. It's like a racist type of shit. So
Exactly.
it builds
No,
up
no, no, no,
a whole,
no.
yes it is. Yes it is. It's already
No,
like
no, no,
I've
no,
been
no, no.
quiet here
So I
and
want to,
trying to figure out why do we try to
when you finish, I
explain.
want to clear my point. When you
Okay,
finish, I want to,
so
cause that's not that, cause
no,
I'm only talking about black women. So I
the
can't
thing
be
is
talking
that
racist shit. But
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying, I'm not blaming nobody, and I'm just saying the whole concept of the discussion is kind of wrong because if you're not healed as a person and you're taking the shit from your previous, it doesn't matter, black, white, Filipino, whatever, you're taking that fucking drama in your next relationship and you're not ready, you're just gonna think, or your mother raised you, just be like, I was hurt by a black man, and be careful because he's gonna do you like this, and whatever. You raise your daughter like that, or stuff. It's so fucking wrong from the whole good go. Like I'm just
Well, the
saying, it
point of
has
the
nothing to do.
conversation, the point of the conversation is comparison and contrasting, and we're all talking about our experiences. So we're not trying to, we're not denigrating. Well, I'm not my, because I'm
We are,
always gonna
but we
rock with
just been
African
talking
American.
about this
Well, I just
topic
want to finish.
about
I just want to finish my point.
black
I just want
ladies,
to finish my point.
Americans, and yeah,
I
sorry,
just want to finish my
sorry.
point. I just want to finish my point. So me, I'm always gonna rock with a black woman in general. African American women, it will be my preference because they understand me more. A song come on, I want to be able to tell that joke and she can get it. But if I am in a place where I'm not comfortable with an African American woman, I'm still gonna just go get me a black woman because I'm always gonna want a black woman. So it ain't. But the difference is, once again, my biggest everything from my point of view is trying to say things from what I think passport bros kind of say or understand from their perspective. A lot of the
Hmm.
things that I said about being nice, got doing, we know the game, but we just know we gonna smash. Or like when Kaisha was like, he had on his nice ass fucking robe and
Right.
he still got the look.
Yeah.
I can go in there with a hoodie on. And I'm talking about inconsistent. I ain't talking about every woman. I'm talking in general terms from where we have experience. I've been called a bitch multiple times by African American women. I still rock with y'all. But at the end of the day, I've never been called. I've probably been called out my name, but I've never been called a bitch by a foreign woman. And that's just the God and the truth.
I think
And
women like
so
that
it,
word,
I think the
but I don't.
conversation,
So
I do.
that's a
the
difference by
conver,
respect. Like we
the
respect
conver,
more
the
the culture
yeah,
and
the conversation is different. I
Yeah.
think when you have some
I
familiar,
call my man and we're the only one he asked me to.
oh shit, I've been on cuss your ass out.
That's that fetish shit,
Hell
man.
no.
But
Yeah, that's some
The
I
lame
only
think
shit
one
right
he
there.
asked me
I
to.
feel like
I'm
Only
it's
one he
sorry.
asked me
You
definitely
should
to.
have said
a
that. That nigga
raising
lame as
thing.
hell
I
for that
think
Where
what
word.
happened is the conversation is different. You like I said when I was saying earlier, from every relationship I've learned something how to be or how not to be. I don't like to argue. I really don't. But
Ooh, I hate it.
when I get heated, it's on a whole different level. I don't like to be there, and I don't like for people to see me like that. And plus, I'm a big guy, so my size already speaks for me. But what I have noticed in interracial relationships is the conversation is different. It's like, baby, what's wrong with us? Like what's going on? Why you acting like that? What can I do better? What can we do better? Whereas in
Just have to say.
other relationships that I've been in, westernized relationships, it's you. You did this, you did that, you did it. Not why did you do that? Let's get to the base of why this happened, and let's see if we can get over it. Like for, I I hate being racial, I really do. But American women, I'm gonna use black and white because I've dated both. American black women, what we see on social media, and probably we either know somebody or been through it ourselves. You have a argument on a whole with a black woman, and it's portrayed in the movies and TV too. They're gonna cut your tires, set your car on fire, bust your TV,
Oh
break your
gosh,
windows,
yes,
whatever the
Lord
case is.
Jesus.
We know the ghetto type that they have. White
That's
women,
what's mostly portrayed about black women. It's like the ghetto
yeah. Now
archetype.
I know. I
You know
said
what
that.
I'm saying?
I just said that. Then you got
Look,
white women. You know, they will slander your name because you know you got to be careful with that. Like, oh, he hit me, he hurt me, and now I'm black,
baby,
I'm
they
in
play
jail.
the hit me card all day.
Yeah, you know, they cleaning out your bank accounts, your 401ks, getting tied up into all that type of stuff. You're losing your assets or whatever, you know. But and then going back to a previous conversation about the Filipino thing, something that I noticed when I was stationed in Japan, and I actually asked one of this, if a Filipino woman, because they're so intricate and connected, if she think that you cheating, you just gave her permission to do anything she want, and she not gonna stop until you leave her. She will become the biggest hoe on that base.
Yeah.
I'm serious. No,
Hey,
I'm serious. You
no, hey, no, that's real.
if she think you done
That's a fact.
stepped out, you gave her permission to do anything. She not even gonna bother you about it no
That's
more.
a fact.
She not even but you just gave her permission to do everything
Damn, I
she
just
wanna
thought of
do.
somebody instantly,
And she
bro.
gonna do it too.
Yep.
Every culture is different. Everybody has their blessing side and their stained side. We all of us are. But I think, like I was saying earlier, and like what Zoe was saying, it goes back down to how you're made to feel in that moment. I think again, men are driven by ego. So when they go somewhere and they get their ego stroked, they're happy. We're happy. We would sex to us, and we were talking earlier, sex to us is different than it is for most women. We just do it because it's there, not because we were looking for some type of attachment or some type of future. But it's an exercise. It's like you gonna let me hit? Okay. My
Yup.
uncle, my uncle
Wait,
told
James.
me
Wait,
one
James.
time. My
Before
uncle
you
was a pimp. Go ahead.
before you go into that, let me just jump in. Let's get back to this real quick because we almost hitting 2 hours. Um, let's
Oh shit.
I just yeah, we've been going at it, but I thought I mean I just want to narrow this down, and this is what this was about. What do you got? And don't be shy to say what y'all are into. That's the thing. Like, because right now we all agreeing on the same shit. We all know about the people
Yeah.
and the people's this and that. I'm asking specific questions here. Are you into foreign women or are you into American women? Or does it not make a difference? That's what I'm asking. That's the passport bro mindset that we're talking about. We're not talking about the short term and the clubbing and all that shit. We're talking about a narrative that is being pushed that American women, whether and some break
Foreign.
down,
I'm
yes,
for foreign.
okay, you for foreign. Now that's what I'm trying to get at. And Zoe, what are you for? Foreign women or American women? What do you prefer? Or do it
Man,
not
I
matter?
don't care. I just want a black woman. I don't care where
Okay,
she from.
okay, got you.
Uh,
So
so
being
you solely on color.
right, you just
I
want a black.
where, Wherever I'm treated well and loved, that's where I'm gonna be at.
Okay, so if an
I
American
feel that.
woman
I mean, you got your preference. That's fine.
yeah, but if an
I
American
want a
woman
black woman.
treats you good and all that, you will be with her. You don't prefer
Damn
foreign
right.
women, is what you're saying, James?
No,
First of all,
those are two different
my
questions.
I only want to know
my
about the
first
foreign
preference.
women. Why would what makes you put the foreign women over the American women? That's all I want to know.
They
No,
not
so
like Zoe said,
I
they
don't.
nicer.
Okay, so
I
I
put
do.
the
I do. They're
I put
nicer.
the African American woman above anybody because I grew up with them
okay,
and I can relate to them.
got you. So that
But
so this one,
and also another thing, so because I'm different, I'm more Afrocentric. I'm probably more Afrocentric than anybody on here.
yeah.
I've also grown to appreciate black women different, especially in America. So when I hear them talk about how African American women dress and how they Af- since before we came to America, African women been shaking their asses. African women been dressing and doing all the extra shit. They've been doing that from day one. So when you realize that, you learn to appreciate our African American women better. I just want y'all ass to be nice to me. That's it. I want African American women
No
first.
worries, though. I'll be nice to you.
Yeah. So I'll play the devil's advocate then, because y'all all on this other shit. So for the passport bros, I'm gonna bring up some of the things that they say that I agree with. Okay. When it
Mhm,
comes down to foreign and American women. So I differ in this. Now, first off, to answer with to put in my 2 cents on what Brittany was saying, right? With this, everything is a culture thing. So with black women in these days and time, because it's errors and there's culture. So when you're breaking down, when we're talking about a foreign woman and an American woman, and specifically if we're talking about American black women, we're not getting this shit out the blue. Black women for the culture part in this era are more combative. That's a fact. Meaning, let's say how they and when I say combative, I mean how they deal with certain situations. Let's take
mhm,
out the relationship shit. Let's take out any of that. Let's just talk about you go to a fucking store, right? And the woman, the cashier is treating you rude or doing something out of thing, right? 9 out of 10 times, there's going to be a combative, more so hostile response, opposed to some of these other nationalities when they go, they want to talk to the manager. They want to do this or that, right? And it's not no, I'm not putting no knock at anybody. I'm just saying how the culture is. So now when you take the culture, you take the combativeness that's jump into the hostility, ready to fight more. Because we all know, we all have been into spots. We done been in a restaurant. We done been in here, and if a black woman feel violated, she finna take that shit to 100. She finna go from 0 to 100, right?
The
So
lack
now
of
you
home
gotta
training,
imagine,
yeah.
huh?
I said, yeah, with the lack of home training. Because
Yeah,
we're in public. Calm down. I hate that so much. I
yeah.
hate that for
But would you agree when you go out, what nationality do you see going from 0 to 100 quicker? What do you see? Mostly black
in
women, right?
general,
Black
yeah.
women gonna go from 0 to 100 quick. So that's where we're getting this from. We're not getting this from, like we just bashing black women. No, black women are putting that out there. Now, when you go to this fact of like when black women talk about, and I'm not talking again, we all this like Zoe said, this goes without being said, audience. This is not a grouping of every single one. We just talking about a repetitiveness. If you see a dog and a dog bites you, and you go to the next dog, that dog bites you, then the third dog might bite you, what the fuck you gonna start thinking about the dogs? Dogs is
I don't like dogs.
dogs is fucking biting us. So you're gonna go,
I'm gonna get a
you
cat.
go switch fucking animals. You go stay the fuck away from these dogs. They biting you. So that's where the narrative pushes from that. Now, what I will say is this: when passport bros do love to say this, the black women there, don't give them a shot. Don't give them a chance. And I agree to that, right? For most of the initial contact, when you see a black woman in the streets and you try to get her number, or you in a club, you try to get her number, then guess what happens? She hits you with the buying you a drink first. She don't even tell you her name and all that shit, right? Now, with the foreign women, most of the time the interaction is different. Now, I don't know what their goals are. I don't know. Both people could have different goals. Both could be gold diggers. But like what these two guys were saying, the presentation is different. At least the girl over here, she's gonna game me with some niceness. Because we know the foreign women, they be up in there looking for American men as well, so that they can get whatever their goal is, whether it's money, whether it's to the US, whatever it may be. But at least their initial action is not so blatant. Whereas the American black women, and now also, and listen, I'm saying American
It's
women
not
in
just black
general.
women. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not
Thank
even
you.
just not
Thank
even
you.
just black women, like American women. You need to get these white girls. They be in there doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like American women in general with that. So that's the part that we're talking about. With black women, I don't think it's that they're pushing this or telling these foreign women. This is just how black women are, man. It's culture. Now, for these women that's in these other foreign countries, the Filipinos, like James hit on, they gonna hit your ass a different way. They gonna slut it out. They gonna get you back their in their type of way or fashion. But it's the culture. It's the culture part. I think that the culture part is the foreign women, they will put up with more shit than the American women will put up with at the end of the day. Now, the mindset I think is also different because I think the foreign women are most of the time trying to get a husband. At the end of the day, they're trying to get married. So they're going to do more marriage material type of shit. They're going to cook, they're going to clean, they're going to do all this marriage type shit cuz their goal is to get married. I think with American women, they have went away from the wanting to get married to they just want to have some fun. So they're gonna come over, they're gonna fuck, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna want to do, and then they're not making up the bed, they're not cleaning, they're not making breakfast, they're not doing none of that shit because their goal is not really to get married. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think as far as what the passport bros are saying. I agree to that. I don't think that the black women are that different where they're just other than the combativeness. I do think 9 out of 10 times if you run into a black woman and you piss her off, she finna go from 0 to 100. That's just the culture. That's the culture. You know, same with black men. You know, we go to the men. Black men gonna go 0 to 100. That's our culture. Opposed to the white dude is gonna ask for the manager. You know what I'm saying? White dude is gonna sue your ass. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna go from 0 to 100. So I think that's just the culture on that. But for the ladies, have y'all? What do y'all feel as far as? Sorry, let me get you on muted there. Let me get you where you could talk in there. Um, so Brittany, have you met anybody that was a passport bro somewhere in another country? Like when you were going out, did you ever meet some? How was their
Yeah.
approach to you? Was it the same as in the States or was it different?
Um, I'd probably say it's about the same. Most, with most general contact, the first thing you do is, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Type shit. So
Okay.
I would say it was the same. I don't think I've had anybody stateside or, you know, when
Mm-hmm.
across the seas who've approached me and it's just made me feel like what the fuck are you talking? You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm also generally just a nice person. Like if you approach me, I'm gonna at least be like, hey, how you doing? If I'm not interested, I'm gonna let you know. I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay, baby, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? But um, I don't think men initially approach any woman in like a trashy ass way, even if it's at the club. A lot of times it's, hey mom, what's up? Or I hate
Mm-hmm.
that. But they don't know your name. So you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when men generally approach women at the club, they're not I don't think they come off as, dicks like, yo, what's up, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think they all come out with, hey, how you doing type stuff. It's the reaction from the woman that, dictates how it's gonna go. But
I think
you know,
your passport bro stuff, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's going for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Some
most
people are
definitely.
going for that quick high, that ego stroke I was talking about, a little sexual promiscuity. Some people are going to look for a wife. Some people are just going, like you said earlier, they're just traveling. They just want to see something that they never saw before. But as far as females and males are concerned, I think when you get outside of your own country or culture,
Mm-hmm.
I think however your mindset is, you're gonna you're gonna visit a country that aligns with how you think things should go.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. So playing devil's advocate again, because we all on the same page, and I want to also give the points of what passport bros usually say, because we all like agreeing to the same shit. This is on this side. Passport bros usually say, and when I'm saying passport bros, I make a distinction. The guys who just traveled 1 or 2 times just to go to a foreign country, that's not passport bro. That's just a nigga that went on vacation. That's vacation. That's just people going on vacation. The passport bros are people who live in these other countries and travel through those countries that they live in. So they might live in Thailand, they might live in Philippines, and they're
I don't
traveling.
agree with that. I
Okay,
don't agree with that.
okay,
You're saying they live somewhere or whatever. They're
yeah,
gonna assimilate into that culture.
right. So okay, but
That's how it's gonna be.
yeah, yeah, but
But
let's take that.
passport bros, you got a passport. That means you going and coming.
Okay, so let's deal with the ones that live there. Then we're not going to deal with the ones that's just coming and going.
That's different.
Okay,
That's assimilation.
and that's what I want to take it there because those are the people who I'm talking about. So a passport, and this is why I debunk the version of that they're traveling back and forth. That's not a passport, bro. Because at the end of the day, you can't have a assessment of how things are going unless you live there. You have to be a
But
part of the community.
that's why I said at the beginning of my statement,
Yeah,
the original passport bro
yeah,
was somebody that was going and coming.
right.
Now it's morphed into something different now.
Okay,
And that's fine.
so let's stay with the ones that live there. That's all we're gonna deal with for this last couple minutes because we on 2 hours now. The main focus that I'm focusing on is the guys who live in these countries. And they are
Okay.
seeing that because they live in these countries, they have observed the women there, the foreign women that live there, and those foreign women are better than the American women. Some will go out on the limb and say that it's the black women that are just horrible in the US and they prefer these foreign girls that are other nationalities in the foreign countries that they live in.
The
Do you agree?
man,
But no. Listen. Do you agree or no?
no, because the only reason I'm saying no is because you're living by different means. My worries in Spain are not the same as here in the United States. My money, which is a lot of the problems that we have here in America, don't stretch as far as it does in Spain or whatever other country.
That's not
So
what you're
when I don't
comparing.
wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
When I'm here, we got different stressors. She's stressing because, like, oh my God, you didn't make this much money. We need this, we need that, we need it. But you see, us, especially, I'm retired military. I can move somewhere else in a different country and live like a king and have this 8, 9, or 10 female by my side because I'm able to afford that because of how her lifestyle is. So I'm living a version of what I would like to have lived in the United States. That's why when I was in the military, I always told people that were close to me, like, hey, look, you better make sure you're in love because we live different overseas than we do back in the United States.
Yeah. But
You're
listen.
not about to
I
you're
want.
not about to marry a E3 and
Yeah.
think everything gonna be all right when you move to the US.
Yeah, but I want
It ain't gonna
to.
happen.
I want to drive you back though to the point. So that's financial part. That's the guys that you have that go over to Thailand or go over to a place and say, "Hey, look, this was so cheap over here. As far as I could buy an apartment that I could rent an apartment that was cheaper." That's
Come on.
another. That's
Yeah.
another sector. That's not the sector I'm on. I'm on the sector of the people. So they have lived with both. They've lived with American women. They saw how American women act, and they over in a foreign country and they see how the foreign women act. So that's the comparison that I'm only dealing with, not the financial.
Exactly. So, James, why are
But
you
that's what
not
I'm saying.
married with a
The
foreign?
Right.
the
And
stressors
we
are
can't overlook the
different.
financial though.
The
Huh?
We
stressors are
can't overlook
different.
the finance because we can't overlook the financial aspect because the
You
finance
can't.
is the reason why they're able to do. And also, you got to
Exactly.
remember the U.S. dollar goes a long way, so a guy can. That's why their company is up high. Remember, like
Your
they get
your
over there
your
and
your your
That
stressors are
they act a little
different.
but
different.
that's two different.
Where
That's two different subjects. So check it out.
Okay,
You
Okay.
can
so
have
listen,
you can
because you
still
keep on saying, you guys keep on going on these differences about these
right.
females and stuff. I'm trying to hit, and I've been trying
That's
since we
what
got on
that's what
to
I'm trying
actually
to
saying the fucking behavior
right.
that you guys apply within United States and the behavior that you apply outside you fucking United States
Yes.
because you
Stick
act
with that.
different.
Not the finance, not all this other shit. That's not what we're talking about.
Nothing.
The
You
finances
just
that has
acting
nothing to do
different.
with the
Your
individual.
actual personality acting like
Right.
fucking kings outside and acting different within the United States that you're a needle in the fucking, you
No,
know,
Man,
no, no, no.
listen.
Well,
what
Foxy,
coffin.
that part is the financial part. So when they're acting like the kings, when they're out popping bottles and all of that, that's the financial part. That's the part of I can afford to buy a bottle here, but in the US, they cannot afford that. So yes, they're going to have a different personality, a different behavior, a different attitude with the finance. I'm talking about the women that they choose when they
And
say
then they choose these
The
women, they choose the
finances, the
foreign
finances
women, but
allow
they
them to
still
do that.
treating them bad. They still end up treating them bad and doing them
Yeah,
wrong
right.
that's
because I'm
true.
one of them. So I'm
That's
trying
true.
to get to that fucking
But
point
but
also.
the whole reason that somebody's able to get that foreign female, that baddie that he got, was because he's able to live or put on a certain type of show. That's it. It became
Why? Because you
think of
guys cannot be held
think
accountable
think of
yeah,
think
outside
of
like
it think of it like fishing. Ooh, shiny, you
so,
bite it.
and that's
That's what
fucking right.
happens.
And that's right by the foreign
Not
women
saying it's not.
also.
I'm not
So you
saying it's
guys
right,
not
but that's what
underestimate.
happens.
You guys
I'm not saying it's right.
underestimate. Why do you underestimate then? Like you
No,
like
no.
submissive women,
Un-
you like where we're coming from, the way we
underestimate
treat you,
how do you
but then
mean?
you do not respect us when we do so.
Mm, that's a
And
good
I'm
point.
not talking about you. I'm talking about my own
No,
experience and what I've
I
seen.
know, but they bec- you know, you and I have had this conversation before.
I know.
When people deal with foreign females and they deal with foreign countries or whatever, they know what they can get away with. Like for instance,
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
when you
Like
were
when
in the
they go
United
back to the
States,
United States, they talk shit about the United States females that they
yeah,
prefer
yeah,
foreign.
for
But
sure.
then when they go
Yeah.
out to the foreign, they still treat them fucking bad. And they're doing the same shit. Even
Not
though
in the
we are
beginning.
submissive and stuff.
Not in the beginning, but what
Not
happens
in the
is, and
beginning, because what? Till they get like that's the thing where I'm trying
that's
to
the
get.
fish, that's the fishing.
No, no,
You
no.
fell for the hook and line.
Not the fishing. Foxy.
No, no,
Foxy.
no. It's not the fishing. It's not the fishing shit. It's because they don't like to be held accountable.
Yeah,
Period.
but also, Foxy, your standards are lower. Your standard and men are lower. When they go to the States, a woman is not going to take those same out of shape,
Yes, but
piece of shit
but
dudes
but
to
if they
trauma women.
say
No
that,
one will take them.
they say that American women, they don't do that, and they go and they look for foreign women, then you find this foreign woman that she's willing to give you what the other woman that you were not pleased with she's giving you.
Hmm.
But then you end up to still fuck up that shit also and stuff. So
You
what?
know what that
Excuse me,
is?
what the
You
fuck
know
are
what
you
that
looking
is?
for?
No, you know what that is?
Hmm.
That's greed. It's greed. It's greedy. It's being greedy.
No,
And
it's a man
no,
that doesn't like to be accountable, and I'm still saying that.
it's being
No,
greedy.
there.
What happened to you? What happened to you when
Not
you were
only
in
to
the
me,
United?
not
What?
only to me, James.
What?
James,
I'm
look,
just using it as
listen,
an
because
example. Just as
I've
an
been holding
example.
this for hours right now. I've
Go
been
ahead. Go
meeting,
ahead. Go
I've
ahead.
been
Go ahead.
working
Go
with
ahead.
military people and, American guys, whatever, living double lives. Like so many. I have
Yeah,
friends that
I
they're
told you
married
that.
right now,
Right.
and they don't
Right.
even know what their husbands are doing when
Because
they're
they can get
in
away
the
with it.
States
Yeah.
or
Right.
whatever.
Right. Right. Right.
Well, but
Right.
You know,
Talking about
foreign women are
military
doing the same.
guys,
Foreign
man.
women are doing the same shit. Foreign women have
and
a
they are
man back
married
in the
with
fucking
foreign
Philippines.
women. They married my friends, my Romanian, Polish chicks, whatever that they're in the United
Same with the
States.
foreign
And they
women.
marry those and they go and still outside deployed and they're doing the same fucking shit. Do
Same with
that.
the foreign women. The foreign
So
women be married back in the fucking in their country, and they be looking
Yeah. The
for
game
only.
is the same. The
Yeah,
game is the
they
same.
will
Like
look.
you said.
They will play that game of only going for. Why do y'all only go for military guys? Why don't y'all go for the contractor
Yeah, it's
guys?
military. The
it's not
military guys
about
be
why
on
we
it.
going for military. It's because that's the way, the
No, that's a
area
big
that I was
game.
working in.
But no, that's a
If
big.
you
That's a
go,
big.
like
So
you
your
and
No,
Ronnie are working
surroundings.
over
there's
there,
Your
this is,
surroundings.
no. There's contractors where those military personnel are too.
listen,
What
I'm
y'all
telling
do
you
is y'all go
again,
hunt for
stop
that. Y'all.
hitting on that because for me,
It's a main
I am
point.
married with my husband. It was no deal of fucking money at the beginning. I'm not married with him because he's
No, I'm talking about the
military and
military guy you
whatever.
with though. You're with the military guy now. When they
I
have,
am with the military because
yeah,
that's what, that's where
there's
my
contractors
area,
here.
that's where I'm
There's
working, that's what I'm
contractors there.
doing.
There's American contractors that work side by side with those military personnel. What y'all do, what these foreign women do, and you
Let
have
me
to,
tell you something. You see, because you're coming at me. I didn't even choose my husband. My husband's been chasing me 4 months and I was pushing him away,
no,
first of all.
but we're going
So
to pass that point.
no, but no,
We
it's
always like
because
to
I
it's
wasn't
chase
not
even
you.
good. No,
talking about your
you
Yeah,
husband.
yeah, we're
cannot
I'm
not.
see
talking
that
about
we're just, we're
I'm
going because you're just calling us all gold diggers. I have no gold fucking
Well, why do you only
that's
go after? Why
nothing
do you only choose? Why do y'all choose military personnel? That 9 out of 10
because
times you
that's
know
the area
that
that I'm
they're married.
working in. That's what I see the
that
most.
is the environment. I will say that's the environment. But
No,
what I was getting at,
That's the
hold on,
environment
what
no,
I
we're
was getting
living
at,
in.
the environment
Foxy,
has
Foxy,
all.
listen.
No, hold on.
You live where you are.
Yeah, no.
You live where
We
you are.
can't. You don't live on base. She don't live on fucking base. So when she
Oh
was there,
no. But
so you
we
got.
live out in town.
Yeah, so and out in town, there are not military people. Out in town, there's contractors,
Because
there's other nationalities, there's other men. Y'all continue to go with these military guys, and that's most
it's
foreign
because
women.
I speak
Because
the
no,
language. I speak English.
no,
I'm doing.
You
What do you
like
want?
like you said
most of the
earlier,
time.
you like what you like.
Yeah, but most of the time, and I've heard this from different foreign women, they are taught to go and get an American guy who's a military dude
Oh, I
because
was
he will
definitely
be
not
able
taught
to.
that. I
That's
was not taught that, and I'm repeating myself again. If my
not
choice
you,
would
not
be to
not
stay here,
personally. It's not
and
personal.
my husband could move over here and live with me in Romania and have and him building a life over here.
Listen,
We were just talking about this earlier. I would have him doing that. I don't even want to go to United States.
the
I don't
guy that
believe
you
in
have
fucking United
now
States.
might be, and everybody can say the guy you have now
Right.
might be good and golden. That's fine. But what I was trying to make my point was like when you were with your first person where you lived in the United States, he knew that you were. Oh wait, let me finish. He knew that you had uh a disadvantage. He knew that you stayed longer than what you were supposed to. So if I do wrong, I can send you back and there's nothing you can do for me. You just didn't know the game back then. You didn't understand how, like, you didn't know that this guy was going to do me wrong. You had no clue. Yes, this dude probably was doing his thing the whole time y'all were together. Who knows? But again, it goes to you. The reason he was able to do that was because y'all worry about what's right in front of your face. We worry about
It was
wait a
because I
minute,
believed in
hold on.
something.
Exactly. What's right in front of your face. You didn't go looking for it. But now,
Exactly.
but we worry about the what if. The what if. Right now, the biggest topic of conversation is what if you cheat on me? Or what if I cheat on you? Or what if everybody always worry about cheating? You deal with it if it comes up. You be the best you can't control nobody, no matter what culture you are in. I can't control Brit, I can't control you. All I can do is be the best me that I can be. And if you do mess up, now I have a decision I have to make. Am I staying and trying to work through it, or am I leaving? That's the thing. That's no matter where you go in this world, that's the thing. It's how we are taught to handle things.
We
That's
going
the
off.
difference.
We're going off subject, y'all. We're going off subject. We're going into
Exactly.
these
That's
are
what.
these.
So
Hold on, Foxy.
No,
Let
it
me
all
just.
has to do with the mentality of foreign. It all
Right.
has to do with it. We're
But
not
listen,
off subject.
listen. We're going off the topic of love or lust. What happens? And we gotta close this out because it's 2 hours and 22 seconds.
Okay. All right.
The main point is not about the individual relationship issue that you may have had. The point is passport bros, are they going to these foreign countries actually looking for love, or are they going for lust?
no,
We've so we
no.
Both.
so we've already
Both.
so like you said, we all came to the agreement that it is a mixture of both. But at the
Yeah, it's
same
a
It is a
time,
mixture.
mixture of both. What could be either
it's
or?
a mixture of both,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, we can say this. We can say that the standards are low. I mean, this is what I can say. I don't know if y'all agree, but the standards are lower for the American men in these foreign areas than they are in the States.
I
We're gonna
definitely
take
agree with that.
race. We're gonna take race out of it. the standards are lower. So
Yeah.
when you go, and that's why a lot of
Yeah.
those men love to go to these foreign countries, because they are not put on this high bar that they got to reach, that they have to reach
Yeah. As
in the
soon as they know you're
US.
American, that's it. You're already in the door. It
Yeah.
That's
doesn't
it.
take much over
And
there.
they don't care if you most 9 out of 10 times these guys can say they're married. And I know of a bunch of foreign women that will still engage and be that side chick on the side with him.
You know what they say.
He's there until he
You know what they say.
until
They
he
That
say,
starts.
standard
you
thing.
know what they say.
Was,
They say I'll be the second wife.
I'll be the second wife.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
But
be
no
the second
American,
wife.
no
That's what they
American
say.
woman is gonna see no
But
scrub.
here's the thing, that standard thing that you're talking about, man, that standard thing that you're talking about,
Yeah,
their standard might be the lowest that we have, but to them, that's on a pedestal.
yeah.
So
That's
you
true.
Fact.
don't know that.
Yeah,
Like I might be an average person here in Alabama, but
right,
when I go down to Costa Rica, like, oh my God, you
right.
bought me
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Nobody's ever done that. Like
yeah,
I just told you. I just simply want somebody to be like, are you happy?
yeah. Because the pool is, but that's what I mean about the standard. Their pool is way smaller, so their standard is lower. What they have to choose from is lower. There's 50 states, so in the U.S., these women have been able to get a baller. You might meet a chick she'd have been with a baller before. You might meet an American. You meet the foreign women. They 9 out of 10 times that's not their story. They're on a fight or flight. They're running from something already where they ended up in this country and they're there. So you're not.
I give you that.
So
I give you that.
about the standard is you don't even have, there's no question about it. As soon as you show up, yeah, I remember there's some people you meet, you give them a rose and they never received a rose from a man before. In the States, come on, these girls are getting fucking flowers dumped
Yeah.
in their jobs. You know what I'm saying? They got a truckload of flowers, depending on who they were dating. So
Right.
the level of what they have and what they can get, and we can all agree the passport bros, however you want to look at it, the love or lust, there's a mixture, right? So some are
Yeah.
actually there.
It's a
They live in
50-50. Yeah.
it's 50-50. It's depending on who you bump into. If you bump into a nigga on vacation, 9 out of 10 times he probably just smashing. Okay. If you bump into a dude that lives there, he's actually looking for a family, he's divorced, or he don't have one, or he want to get divorced or whatever, that might happen good for you. But at the end of the day, the narrative that they're pushing as far as the foreign women are better. It's not necessarily that they're better. It's that the bar is lower for them. They don't have to come out and dress and smell good. They can show up at a club in fucking flip flops, and you know what I'm saying. And the girl is good. The baddest chick in there is gonna take them. You know what I'm saying. Whereas I just told you, I showed up in a Versace robe at some places in the States, and they didn't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And and the other thing, it's about looks too. Like for instance, like I said earlier, I'm older,
Mhm,
so I go somewhere here in the United States.
mhm.
People my age, a lot of them, I used to have this saying, I'm gonna be the ugliest thing in my house. You know what I mean? So females my age, they haven't taken care of themselves,
Mhm.
but yet I'm supposed to be attracted to them and talk to them and take them out and show them off and stuff like that. No, where I can go down somewhere else and get somebody that looks way better than I do, and they'll appreciate what I'm doing for them and how I am. That's why you see a lot of these passport bros that you see. Yeah, you got some young ones that are doing it. You
Yeah.
you do, but the majority are older men.
Right. And the
Facts.
narrative
Cause,
and
cause we're state now. We have unfortunately we spent our whole life to get somewhere. Now we're stable. Now we can enjoy the money we've made or whatever like that. But we're 40, 50, and 60 years old.
right.
But we still want that 20, 30, and 40-year old.
And that's a whole nother topic, because I don't
It is.
for that,
I was about to
yeah,
say,
because for
I
that,
have some different not to say
yeah,
about that.
because for me, I think that's also plays a part of mental manipulation. Like if you get in a younger girl is that young, she gonna go for a lot more shit than the older chick is. She gonna let you have a lot more leverage than what the older chick is gonna have. That's your age. So that's a whole nother episode that we'll do a whole nother one. But in this one, we all come to the agreement that there's 50-50 with the love or lust.
There's a
Um,
50-50.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
50.
50-50.
You cannot
depending
put
on who you
everybody
bump.
in the same pot, and we all have different,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
experiences and
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
But I still think whoever love you, whoever
It's
treats
where
you
you should go.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's where you should be at.
Yeah, but we can't push and that's absolutely right, Jay. But we can't push the narrative that the only way you're gonna find something or somebody like you is in a foreign country. That's the thing that I have a issue with. You can't
Yeah,
say
that's where my problem be,
Yeah.
Kashi.
yeah,
Like when they be
I don't
overseas
right,
and they just walk around
So
bashing, like you ain't even got to talk about American women,
right.
bro. Just enjoy what you
Just enjoy what
doing.
you're
That's
doing.
that's
yeah.
my biggest thing.
Yeah.
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 it
Okay,
has
I
I
nothing
can
to
definitely
do
agree
with
with that.
that.
seen that. The
It's just
talk
that
down of
person
American
as a
women
person don't
when you go
bring
overseas.
their previous trauma in the relationship or how they were taught, raised and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, heal,
And that's
guys.
But you
Heal.
know that take Ramona, what you talking? That takes a lot of time. It
It
does.
takes, but
First, first you gotta
that's
figure.
not on the passport, bro. That's not on
No,
somebody
I
to
know,
say
I
who's
know.
making a choice. Because the woman that comes with the trauma or the way that she was raised by her mama, because her mama did wrong, and she's just
I
taking that.
don't.
Oh, don't let that man treat you, blah blah blah, whatever. That's what I was getting from Brit. Like a lot of black females did wrong and stuff over there. So they're just having
I
that,
think
being, I'm just saying,
Hey,
I
you
can I
think
cannot
respond
take
to
that.
Foxy
It
I
Girl?
takes a
think
lot of
I think
growth.
if you're looking at long term, 100%, I think that is relevant what you're saying.
yeah.
But if you're looking for that short term, that 7 to 14 days even a month
Then bring your
vacation,
trauma, baby,
no,
because nobody gonna care.
nobody
I think
Hell
I
yeah,
nobody
think it's
nobody
more
care.
cares.
about
Yeah,
seven,
nobody
ten
Hey,
Nobody
cares.
look.
days
Yeah.
though.
cares.
Hey, look. A lot of our women also, because media is so heavy in
Oh,
algorithms, and a lot of our women also have PTSD from other people's trauma. Cause I know
yeah,
Exactly.
women
You
that
cannot
only
that
say
talk
what
that
Britt
about
either.
said.
other
Yeah,
people's trauma. No. She ain't talking about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just hearing what other people went through.
Uh-huh.
Never going through anything, but my friend did this.
Mhm.
My friend went through that.
Right. That's what I'm
And
saying. You
when you
can
ask the
And
trauma.
question,
Trauma is
have you went
can
through
be
this?
your
When
trauma
you
or
ask the
shared
question,
trauma.
have you
That's why
been
it's called
through
trauma
this?
bonding.
They would say, no, I've never been through that. Well, then how are you going to have this opinion when you talking about somebody else's opinion?
Yeah.
You
Right.
never been through those things.
hey,
Yeah.
let me
from my
ask
So,
y'all
from my
something.
from my from my perspective, you're not a normal person if you cannot just throw yourself out there and you know
let,
leave
let,
and roam alone.
That's what
Yeah.
I was about to say, or kinda. Let me ask you a question, all of y'all. Um, do you believe, and I think this might be kind of what we were getting at, but didn't get to it. Do you believe foreign women more so live in the moment?
No, they got a plan. Everybody got a plan.
They definitely gotta have a plan. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I
everybody's
don't
got a
I
plan.
don't think
anything.
I think I don't think I live in the moment. No, I built myself a plan since I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Everybody has a plan, especially
I don't
women.
even know how to answer that
Women,
because I think all of us don't live in the moment before. So I guess it depends on
the most
what's going on at
Living the
night. If
moment
she
is
drunk,
realizing you're gonna die.
is she
That
trying to get
just
her
had
rocks off
something
When
to
that
I
do with
night?
when I
Or, you
when
know
I
what I'm
when
saying?
I
Like, I
when
don't know
I
how to
say
answer that.
that when I say that I think about how some of the countries that I've visited that they don't care about what happens when I leave. They're just enjoying me for right now.
what's the
That's what I
occupation
mean
of
by
Because they know you're a
that's what I
threat. That's
mean by
why.
but what's the
living in
They
the
know what
moment.
you're there
what's the
for.
occupation
But
of
That's
but
different.
but if you
what's the
but in the
occupation?
state
What's their
but in
occupation?
hold on a second, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But in the
No,
states
that's a
though,
question. What's their occupation? The girl that you're talking about that live in that moment, what's her occupation? What does she
oh
do?
brother, when you go to different countries, you
Mm-hmm.
know you have several different groups of women that you're looking at.
Okay.
You got the career ones or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be, I believe, on a whole more so like, well, wait a minute, you're only here for a little while. I can't deal with you
That's what I'm looking
because
at.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna disrupt my
I
life
don't think that
and
has
and
nothing
you're
to
gonna be
do with
gone.
foreign girls or
Nah.
whatever. I think
But
that's
Yeah.
just some females.
But
Some.
okay, so
and then
Ramona,
and then
wait, wait, wait,
but
wait,
then when you
wait,
got
James, hold
but
on,
then when you
Ramona.
got a
So,
working girl, she definitely don't care.
okay, and I just want to know when you're saying the girls that live in the moment, because now we have to do the parallel here. When we're talking about American women, there's no legal prostitution in America in the
Oh
States.
shit, my bad,
So you're
y'all.
not gonna see the 9 out of 10 times when you bump into an American woman, she's not a prostitute. And this is no knock at the foreign areas, but let's call a spade a spade. When you're going to these foreign countries and you're out in these nightclubs and these clubs, prostitution is rampant there. So 9 out of 10 times, if you meet a girl there, she's a working girl. She gonna hit you with that price, but at the end of the night. So that is living in a moment, obviously, because they're, you know what I'm saying? That's their occupation, is to do that. But that's why I ask always, what's their occupation? You're not going to meet a girl that's a lawyer there, a nurse, a doctor, or got a regular 9 to 5 who's going to be down to do all of that. She's gonna have to take time with you. She's gonna have to learn you.
Yeah, she ain't
She's
got
the
7
American
days to play with you because she
ain't got
got work
something
to do.
unless she's just feeling you. Now I done looked up, I mean, we all done looked up and maybe got somebody that but 9 out of 10 times, if you're in a club atmosphere, you're in a bar, you out having a good time, these girls are working girls. So it's not the same as in the States. You meeting that girl in the States, she not working girl.
I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna say something else ain't nobody gonna like. It's easier for me to travel somewhere and get a cheap hooker and have a week-long great time than to try to date somebody over a weekend and not get nothing that I want.
Right.
It's cheaper.
Boy, that's the most player thing. OG told me that, bro. When I first got to Qatar, that's what the OG told me in Qatar. Cause we have our conversation, and that's exactly what he told me, bro. He was like,
yeah,
bro, I can do that and don't even have to buy you flowers. I was like, damn, I never even thought about that. So,
and
growing up,
that's the real
But
thing.
it doesn't know what she wants. You guys all run. If you run and you start the conversation like straight. If you walk on me and say, "Listen, I just want this. I got this money for the weekend. Let's have fun, whatever."
Yeah.
We're good. You want to date me? Let's just go. But that's all what I want. I'm here for 7 days. This is all what it ends.
Yeah. So what?
And I think when you go somewhere,
I don't think you guys approach like that.
So Foxy, most passport bros that you have met, or most guys who are military that's out in these countries that you've lived in, what are their pitch then? If that's the case, what's their pitch to you when
that's
you
that's
meet?
the thing. So me having a house and me coming with already, I am stable as a woman. I am independent. I already got my shit together and
What's
stuff.
their pitch?
So I'm already approaching men differently. I don't let them approach me.
Okay, so what do you see then?
Or if they
What do
coming
you
in
see
whatever,
around
you
you?
know what I'm saying?
What do you see around you? With the other women around
What is it you want? You want pussy? Okay, this is it, or whatever. If you don't want, I want stability. I want this. Go ahead.
Right.
Move
So
on.
Yeah, I definitely prefer you tell me what
everybody
you're
don't
interested
operate
in.
like that though.
Yeah.
Everybody don't operate like that.
Honestly, I wish everybody did
different.
because I'd rather you tell me off the rip that you looking to play versus making
People say that, but I go back to the rejection thing before. Men are
Give me that option though, like because sometimes I do want to play too. So come if you tell me,
it's
hey,
an
Bree, I just want to play,
oxymoron. It's an
I might be
oxymoron.
like, I just want to be too.
Men are driven by ego. I told y'all that earlier. Men are driven by ego. So if I came to you, I could give you the truth, but the problem is that if I give you the truth, I run the risk of being rejected.
Right.
So I would rather for you to believe a beautiful lie than the ugly truth.
Yeah, but then you have these angry, bitter women afterwards because they are believing that
I'm a
beautiful lie.
passport bro. I'm a passport bro. I'm gone in 7 days.
You see, that's that bullshit. No, so previous
I
to what I
agree,
did
Demetrius,
with
on
my
that.
baby
passport
dad.
I'm just
cool, I
saying that's
get it.
normally
I get it. I prefer like
true.
stateside, but no, I definitely
true.
get that when you out in the country because even when I take my trips and sometimes my homegirls be like, yeah, I can't wait. Oh, he was fine. I had friends that go on trips and they have smashed people there.
Of course. It's
So I
vacation.
get it because it's they can go home and it's it's no big deal for them.
Yeah.
No
Have I done it?
responsibility.
Not really, but there might be a time where I might want to be like, shit, let me go hold myself out while I'm in this country because anybody gonna know me. I'm gonna go back home. You know what I'm saying? But
That's Jamaica. That's Jamaica for you. All the women that go to Jamaica, they getting their back broke out. That's a fucking fact. Them young motherfuckers is beating that pussy up over there. So it
Eddie
ain't
Murphy
nothing
talked about
different.
that a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying?
so
Dominican
he's stuck
Republic.
on this waterfall massage over here.
You know what I'm saying? Dominican
This Jamaican
Republic,
man putting the pipe while they're massaging.
Spain. So, but I was going to ask Foxy, what is the pitch that the guys pitch over there to other girls? Not you, because you're on a different level than like what I just said. I'm talking about 9 out of 10 times when you're in a bar or when you're in a club, these passport bros that y'all talking about, What is their pitch? Because I've seen this shit.
Players, just swag,
So
left
what?
and
So
right.
what is the issue? So why is it the hate for it? Because the standard, y'all allow it. Y'all let that happen. When they pitch that game, you go. I mean, I'm not saying you personally, but I'm saying foreign women
Yeah, no,
most of the
it just,
time
yeah.
they go for
For
that
sure,
game.
most of the foreign females, like you said, yes, and whatever, they're just looking like, oh, American, yeah, or
Okay.
it's about their job, or they're just trying to streak down $10, $20 of drinks or
Yeah.
whatever, or
There we
blah
go.
blah. It just depends of the standards of the woman.
Right. So it's a giver. So when these men come out, and that's what I was trying to, and that's what we're gonna close this at. What I was trying to get is whether passport bros either go for love or either they go for lust. We said the 50-50, but now
Mhm.
when we're talking about this segment, like I said, I kind of divide it. Y'all, some of y'all don't divide it, some of y'all do. I divide
Well,
it.
I'm not,
I don't
so I cannot, like, that's why I said it's 50-50, because I do have a lot of friends of mine, Romanians, Polish, whatever, that they're married successfully. They have kids. They're living a very happy life back in the States and
I
stuff.
don't like.
What was their
So
occupation though? What was their occupation when they met their man? What was the occupation? What did they do? What was their
they
job?
were strippers. They
Okay,
were
so
waitresses. They were, different, and it
I don't.
worked
I don't
out
like.
pretty
I don't
great.
like how y'all. I don't like how y'all are grouping passport bros and military people all together. I don't like that because those are two
I'm just
different
saying, but
lifestyles.
it's
no, the
50-50.
Well,
military
I
passport
will
don't.
never
bros
No,
put
should
no.
only
And
started with the
any all
military
of them
though.
in the
it's
same
the same.
pot.
It's the
Hey,
same.
When you when
hey,
when
pa-
when
the,
It's the same.
when you
It's the same
the,
thought pattern in the
the,
same organization. And I did
but
13 years in, so I know. In the military, when you're in the military and you go to a
Mm-hmm.
foreign country, you conquer and divide. You come out there
hey,
Big
and
but the
work.
facts.
passport
if
bros
I
Big
started with the
but it's
military
Facts,
though.
ramjet,
if I
everything.
when I was on a
Nightmares.
when I was on a ship and I pulled in the port, my conversation was different than when I'm stationed somewhere for 3 years.
What was your conversation when you pulled up at the port?
Because when you pull in the port, you only got a few days to do things.
Okay.
So you going out and you're competing with the other 3,000 people that are on the ship.
To do
So
what?
you're competing
Gotcha.
with that same little area to get the attention that you want from the females that are around.
So what's the
That's what I'm
mission?
saying.
So what's the
So
mission?
Hey, but look though,
What's the
you
mission?
the passport,
you trying to get some.
That's
but look, the passport bros
But
started with the
again,
military though.
but
They gonna be grouped together always. They started when them
the
guys, when
passport
black guys
bros,
went to Vietnam, when black guys went to Vietnam and saw how them Vietnamese women were treating
So
them, they came back telling the community about that, bro. That shit started way back
But
with the
but when we're
military.
talking about
I get
treating,
that. I get that.
but
But
we were
like I
talking,
said,
but what was the occupation? Again, let's go back to let's keep it up.
let me tell you
Hey,
something,
you
guys.
got a
Okay, I
strong
came
point
up
there
to
though,
this
What,
shit
Kashi.
when I
what was
was
the
in
occupation?
Bahrain. There
That's
were
a hell of a
military
question,
guys,
Kashi.
That's
contractors,
the
that they
thing.
were trying
That
to
that's a
prostitute
hell of a
Thai
question,
chicks.
Kashi.
Simzan, that's the thing.
Cause I know a dude, he literally
They would have
got a
never
stripper.
done that in the
He
United
knows
States.
he let her go out on trips to get tricked on. She always come back to
You
him.
see what I'm saying?
That's his girl, bruh. He
that's
know
that's
what she doing.
that's pimping.
Now. Do you think he would do the same thing for an American woman? Would he?
Hell
Hell
no.
to the no.
That's what I'm
Hell
getting
to
at.
the no.
The standards is different because the foreign women will go to that level for them most of the time. They will allow
No.
this. They will
No,
let them
no.
cheat. They will
Every
let them do
culture
this.
got pimps and hoes. No,
No,
no.
pimping was in a
Every
pimping started
every
out
cult.
in pimping was in a drug infested environment. So you're talking about the early age of pimping. Girls were
James,
strung out on
a
Bro,
drugs.
no,
They
military
were able to
guy
no,
manipulate
no.
them.
pimping a woman in the United States
Prostit
would never fucking get away with it.
prostitution has been
That's a
around
point,
since the
Foxy.
beginning
That's
of
a point.
time.
That's a point, Foxy. And that's
Yeah,
Prostitution,
but
Would never
that
get
guy
away
that I
with
prosti-
it.
know,
He would kept accountable in
that
the
guy that I
fucking,
know ain't
like
a pimp
no.
though. He just let his girl do
prostitution has
whatever.
been
right. Exactly.
prostitution has been
And she was okay. They
prostitution has
doing
been
that now in
around
Bahrain. They doing that
They
right.
from the
both
beginning of
I see
time.
girls in Thailand right now that lived
This
in
was my
Bahrain
point about
as working
passport
girls, and
bros,
they're
that they
married,
just act
and they
different and
still
they
out
act like
here.
fucking
You know
kings
what I'm
and they
saying?
think they
Like,
have
Yep.
come on.
different. This is
Yep.
just, I can do this shit outside the US because they cannot catch me over here. Why? Because I'm American. And they fucking do shit like that.
But it's a hand in hand glove. The foreign girl is thinking, I can get this guy because he's an American, and he's going to get me out of this predicament that I'm
True,
in.
true that,
And
true
yeah,
that. I'll give you that. Yes, for sure.
so don't
Yes, for
everybody
sure, for
deserve
sure.
what they get?
So the only thing is, both are trying to play. If the foreign girl was actually really trying to really get with that dude, and I'm not, again, this is not personal. These are just these are other scenarios. When they're really trying to get with that guy, they gonna do the homework. You'll find out this dude is married. It don't take much to find out that he got a whole fucking family. Like, motherfuckers ain't James Bond. They gonna have to leave to go see their family at some point. Motherfucker gonna have to do something. So if you're really, really trying to nail that down, what I call it overseas, especially in these foreign countries, I call it the fight or flight. Usually they gotta do something, like they gotta make something happen, because remember, the clock is ticking for women most of the time. Women gotta get married. They're taught that when they come out of the house. You gotta get a
Yeah,
husband, and most of the time for foreign women, you gotta get a husband to take care of you and this fucking family over here. We need to be taken care of. You ain't making enough money to take care of us, so you need to get somebody that can. That's where the mindset goes, where a lot of times they target the military men, and I'm not saying you, but they'll target the military men. And that's all they know. Because remember, these foreign women don't even know about contractors. So they kind of lump all that into it. They're just taught military men and is the ones that's going to provide for you. Go get you a military man. I don't give a fuck if you got to sit there while he cheat on you 80 times. If he's going to marry you, get with him, and then you could bounce. Because what they'll normally do is get with them motherfuckers, get to the States, and bye-bye. I got my shit.
It's
I'm gone.
that's rich people problems too.
The rich
The
people, yeah.
ultra rich
Yeah.
go through the same thing.
Yep. That's why they came
You
up
know,
with the
like
prenup.
yeah,
what's that meme about that billionaire that got caught cheating? His wife came home and like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Y'all go ahead. You need any water or anything?
Right. You see what I'm saying?
she,
So
Yeah.
it's a hand in hand glove. So
she didn't want that divorce.
so that
Would you
passport that
do
pass
do you need a towel?
so that
Because
passport
still I wet
bros.
it and warm it.
Yeah, right. So the passport bros thing is just really, that's just a name to put over just men who live internationally, who are either the 50-50, the 50 that's having fun, the 50 that's not. The only issue I have, and the issue I did this podcast, was the issue of don't knock down a motherfucker because you got it easier over there. And the statement on the narrative of, hey, guys, you got to go overseas and that's so much better. It's not that. The fact is, they're
Yeah,
really decoding that to say we can manipulate these girls because these girls are in harder times. They gonna give it up easier. They gonna settle for more of the bullshit. So it's more easier over here. That's the code for it. But don't try to knock down the American women and say that they're not
yes,
pieces of shit and blah blah.
yes.
No,
It has nothing to do with the
standards just
American
lower.
women are this and the foreigners are that and
Yes.
whatever. It's just,
Standards just lower. You can manipulate them more easier because 9 out of 10 times you might run into one of them who's manipulating your ass. Both people is playing each. Both people got an ultimate plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gamble. But we got to stop the narrative that's being pushed about black women are so bad. All black
for
women ain't.
sure.
If you had a bad experience, then you had a bad experience. That was that one until
Yeah,
somebody come to me and say they dated every single black woman on earth, and she was all of
But
them was piece of
you
shit.
make it.
yeah. You
I
cannot put
really tried
everybody in the
not
Can't
same
generalize.
pot
I
and say
really
black
tried not
women
to
are
make it.
bullshit or
I
it's
really
whatever.
tried not to make it. I use that example, but I really tried not to make it a racial thing. I
Yeah, yeah,
really did.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I I unfortunately disagree. I think the mindset of foreign women and westernized women are different.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was
Oh,
trying
for
to get
sure.
you to talk about an hour and a half ago, and you kept on agreeing with every fucking thing I was saying. I was saying which one and why. That's the whole point of the show was why
I mean, I
One.
think we hit on a lot of it. You just
But
had to choose what side
But
of
I
the
hated
line you wanted to
so
be
I'm
on.
gonna
50-50.
throw this out there too because I know it's about passport bros, but the girlies, American girlies, when they go to these other countries,
Yeah.
the same way y'all get all the attention, we get all the attention. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's it's not talked about because there's a lot of women don't like, but it's a thing. Like
Yeah.
there's countries I've been to where me being a black woman, they're like, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
you're beautiful, you're amazing, your skin is cut,
Seen
your
it,
hair,
Mm-hmm.
it
seen it.
it You know what I'm
Seen it.
saying?
I've seen
For
that
them,
too, yeah.
I'm exotic.
Yep.
So when
Yep.
I go to different countries, I get a lot more attention there than I do in the
Did you
States
get
because I'm
did you get
exotic to
treat
them.
did you
Yep.
I
get
get tra
treated differently?
yes, yes.
Which is the same thing Passport Bros
You
do.
know,
We get
yes, they
treated
they
different
There you
definitely
because
go.
the
they definitely got
mentality is
gave you
different.
a nicer treatment for sure, but I still
What's
prefer
the
Which
my
nicest?
Zoe,
American
What's
men.
but what's
which
the
Zoe,
what's the
what
nicer
Zoe
treatment
said
though?
earlier.
But
They're nicer.
but here's
No,
how
no,
we have.
and no. When I'm saying a
What's
nicer
nicer
treatment, I
about it?
mean like here,
Yeah.
like how Kashi was talking about how when you go to the club, they want you a drink.
Mhm.
Over there, I don't have to ask for anything. Sometimes they'll come up to you and they'll be like, hey, let me get you a drink. Then it's your name. Like they automatically start with a
Mhm.
They
servant type
they
So
nice.
behavior
Yeah,
can I
it's the
say
there.
same
something?
thing we've
You
Can
been
know
I
what I'm
say
saying.
saying?
something?
They
No, I
You know what
nice.
think
I'm
it's
saying?
different.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
they're.
different, James.
I don't.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
Okay,
saying that. I'm not
okay.
saying. I don't think they're
so
My
nicer than
bad.
American
Excuse
men.
me.
I think that for them, their mentality is different from American men because in a lot of foreign countries, the men are the breadwinners that you know what I'm saying, and they're like their mentality is I'm gonna get a woman, take care of a woman like my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like so when I like here in
I
America,
think
it's
most
like
men are like
Did
that.
haven't we
Have
been
you
it's
So,
dated?
but
saying
Have
look,
that
you
let
dated?
me
already?
let me
you know
let
what I'm
me
saying.
let
So
me
it's
give
not
you
so much that
something
they're
though, Britt.
nicer.
Go
I
ahead,
think
Have
Zoe.
you
Go,
dated
Zoe.
women?
no,
Go,
But
Zoe.
Brittany, no, no.
I'm gonna give you
Hold on,
something, Britt.
Zo, I
So
got you.
what you doing?
One second, because I'll forget this, and then you got it, Zo. My bad.
Yeah,
Britt,
I do you
have you
think? Do you
dated
think?
a foreign man before?
so no.
So how do you know how
That's
he's
what I was
gonna
gonna
act
say.
after that
That's
drink?
what I was gonna throw out there. I
Yeah.
have not dated a foreign man
So I know of some
in
black
other
women
countries
who
that
dated
the treatment has been,
the initial
immediately very more gentlemanly.
the
And
initial contact.
not so much when I'm saying that they're nicer
Mm-hmm.
because they're assholes. Some of them are really assholes.
Yeah.
But over there, they put a lot of precedence on like the masculine roles and the feminine
Mhm.
roles. So for like here, like there, guys opening doors. There's just things, but they're still fucking
We
assholes.
can.
Well, yeah,
I've had guys who started out, super, hey, how you doing? Buy your drink.
yeah,
And then you hear them talking, you're like, ew, you're a disgusting asshole.
right.
Like you don't really understand women because you want me to be like the women here, and I'm
That's what I
not
was
with
gonna
that
get at.
shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you cleared it
Foxy
up.
addressed it. Right. So you see where I was going with. That's why I asked that question because
Yeah, 'cause I
a
was
lot
about
of
to say you just falling for
yeah,
game.
because some
Yeah,
women
no, I'm not with that
That's
shit.
why you
They
guys got my input because I'm the only one that I actually really dated, in Romania
right.
or
yeah.
whatever,
So they
you
man
know,
ain't all of that
for
extra
it's
nice
not.
and shit either.
That's not like I'm not dating any more Romanian
No,
guys
I've
because
only
I
dated,
had
even when
bad
I was in foreign
experiences
countries,
with
I've
them.
only dated American men in foreign countries.
Yeah. So again,
So,
that's like the narrative though. See, like, but I'll say with the women don't push the narrative that you got to go to a foreign country. Cause I had a guy,
yeah, no, we don't.
yeah, I had a guy that was
No.
telling me that, oh yeah, well, the women do
Oh
the
no.
same shit. They do all of that. I said, yeah, we know that. We know when your girl says she's going to Jamaica, you better go ahead and get rid of her ass because she's going to Jamaica.
We don't push that narrative,
But
and
the
generally
narrative,
we could because we know lots of different countries where, especially women of color, where you know you like how you were saying about how they're nice and they rub your toes and do all that. There's other countries where American women get that same exact treatment from
right,
the
No,
men.
I agree.
So we
I
could
agree
we
with
could
you.
push that narrative, but I feel like with us, American women are loyal to American men. There's plenty of women who go and live and move in other countries and still prefer American men. I think that our mindset is just like American till we die type shit.
I
So
kind of
yes,
disagree on that.
I could genuinely
Yeah.
say
I
that
disagree
you
on that
go
one.
American women can go in a different country and I can name a few where you would get just the most amazing treatment. But I
From
still prefer
bums though.
my American men. I don't know, maybe it's just
From bums
the thing.
because
I
you're not
love being in other countries, but I always go back home.
but
You feel me with the
you're not
men
seeing an
wise.
elevated guy. That's why most American women, when they go, that dude is a bum. He's on the street. His hustle, his way of making money is massaging you. You got to pay him for that. After you finish that, then what happens? Like there's not going to be. You're not
I
going
feel
to
you.
these countries. Like it's a difference. The men is going to these countries and they're still gonna have to provide no matter what. When y'all go there, y'all not gonna get provided for. That nigga just finna buy you that drink,
A
but at
lot of
the end of
times
the
they
day,
got to
you know what I'm
provide.
saying? He don't have a job.
I can't agree with that because I've known women who, like I said,
What's the ratio of
we're
marriage?
military. We both military, so we've known people who have done both ends of the spectrum. So I can't
Yeah,
say for sure that's not the case because I have 3 or 4 friends who are married to foreign men
yeah,
and have left the American states because they felt like their man was better and they are provided for and they do feel like American men kind of fell off of it for them.
yeah.
But me personally,
American women
I'm
are not
always
that
gonna,
loyal then.
I'm Team America.
So
I'm
you
Team America all day.
So no.
Well,
Okay,
in
let me just
general,
say
so
this.
hold up.
So
So
when
in
I
general,
started
let me
dating
get this out real
American
quick.
guys,
In
when I
general,
moved out of Romania, I was 23 years old. I was already set up, me
I'm
as a
about to move to
woman,
Japan. I'm still
having a
gonna
house,
probably find me
having
an American
whatever.
man. You know what I'm
So
saying?
that
Like,
made a change.
so well,
But
let's just put
that's
this out there.
like,
In general, black men mostly date black women. In general, we're talking about a small percent of black men that travel. They just have social media now
Mhm.
give
that
him a big voice.
we dating at like a
Yeah.
88% clip, African American men and African American women. So it ain't all of us going out there looking for foreign women. Like I just told you, I prefer black women, preferably African American women. If
Yeah.
my relationship with my African
Perpetuated by
American
social
woman
media
fail, I'm
that
still
way,
gonna
of
have a black
course.
woman. So most of us prefer black women.
I love
Bro, I've
women
been
all
around the
over the
mall, bro. You
world.
already know.
All flavors, baby.
But what
All
my thing
flavors.
is, so this has been
Hey,
my
I gotta
reason
hop
though.
out
Hey,
here.
no,
I
This
I
has
feel
gotta
been
you
my
hop
though.
out of
I
reason
feel you
though.
here.
though.
This,
Yeah, I feel you though. No, I
this has
feel you.
been my
No knock
reason
at you.
though,
No knock
is
at you.
because no matter what, even a foreign black woman can relate to you as a black man. We may have cultural differences, but she can still relate to you as a
Yeah.
black man. So that's been my reason.
Yeah, I think that
That's the big deal
relatability
for
is a
me.
big
Yeah.
deal for me, and I think that's probably why I haven't done that. Is I
And
want to be related to,
and
and it's for
also I've
me.
known guys that have
Yeah,
dated
for sure.
outside the race, and when they get to that granddaddy or they get to that grandmama, they don't like your black ass. I've seen that too. So it goes
Yeah.
multiple ways. And
Yeah.
we'll talk
Yep,
about
I've
that when
seen
we
that.
talk about these talk dating outside the race.
That's a good point, Zoe. That's a good point. But I mean,
Like
All
hey,
right,
I
like I said,
still love all
y'all,
these flavors, though.
it
I love all these flavors.
I think
I love
you
all these
gotta
flavors.
I gotta go,
you gotta
but I
go
just
where
want to
you
say
love.
bye to everybody. I
Okay,
enjoyed the
great.
conversation. I have to hop out, and
Okay.
I'm sorry I was yawning y'all, but I have my goddaughter here, and she's a month old, so
bye,
she's been up
Brit.
all
Yeah.
night. But it was great talking to you guys,
Be
and
nice.
I have to go to an
Likewise.
appointment. But I love y'all. Be
Be
blessed.
safe.
Love you too.
Be
Take
nice.
care.
Take care of yourselves wherever y'all at.
Bye.
You too, Brit. Take
Goodbye.
care.
See you, Brent. Yeah, we'll wrap this up. We damn near going on 3 hours. God damn.
I know.
That was a good topic,
It's a good
man.
topic.
I mean,
It's
I
good.
pulled some things from some of the things that y'all said. I
Yeah.
hope y'all got something
So,
from me too. But
so for me, it's just it depends a lot about the way that you were raised, what you're coming in with,
Right.
from previous trauma, childhood trauma, the way you were raised, the way you whatever that you're looking. But then there are a lot that they just putting themselves out there, as in passport bros, just to show.
I
I
think
don't know, acting like kings, acting like stupid, and that's not. I'm not putting that in the
Break
whole
that
I
down,
pot
though.
and stuff.
I know you
Break
don't.
that
I
down.
know Ghost. I know you don't like this, but you know, again, I'm going back to the financial thing.
Hmm.
You
Got a
know,
little
people
money here,
act
yeah.
different when they got money in their
That's
pocket.
true. That's
So
true.
when if they dollar stretching wherever they
Mhm.
at or whatever, they
Is you
gonna act
eat
like they
different,
big
you
shit,
walk
That's
and that's
true.
different,
not.
you
I'm
drink
not
different,
saying that's
you
right.
dress
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
You do. And
Yeah.
and if you're there for a short time or a long time,
Hmm.
your stresses are different. So you're gonna act accordingly to where you are, what you're doing, and who
Hmm.
you're around or whatever.
That's
Because
true.
like I'm telling you, man, you know, I can probably go to a foreign land and
Hmm.
I can probably live pretty doggone well
Yep.
and have an absolutely drop dead gorgeous young woman for my relationship wise or whatever.
Hmm.
Whereas anywhere else, you know, in the Western civilization, I'm gonna say the United States, I can go here and maybe I get somebody to pay me attention.
Hmm.
Uh, maybe it's somebody younger, but mostly it's gonna be my age, and maybe they took care of themselves, or maybe they're
Hmm.
bringing in all type of baggage with them. Who
Hmm.
knows?
Yeah.
So
The
exactly, you
chance,
being a passport person, a passport bro, whatever, it helps you better. It's just better for you to go outside the country and to build something and to make you feel
It's
good
easier.
and all together. Just
Well,
you
not
mhm.
just
not
feel
not
better.
not all of us, because I'm a passport bro, right? I'm a passport bro. I align myself with that. I travel.
Bro, you
I
don't
hit
act
these
like them
countries.
though, bro.
I
You
conquer and
don't act
divide.
like them though, bro.
But yeah, but that's because that's why I say I think it's a different separation in it. When we're saying passport bros, I don't
Yeah.
put vacation in that. That's just a motherfucking
I don't
vacation.
put a vacation in that either. You have to leave over
Yes.
there,
Okay.
like actually leave.
And that's why I say for me, I'm a passport bro because I live overseas. I do
Then
travel
I'm
overseas.
then I'm not a passport bro then.
Yeah, and that's why I say
Yes, you are.
that's why I say
Yes.
the guidelines are different because when you're on vacation, all bets are off. Everybody act a ass when they on vacation. It don't matter where you at, where you going. If it's a ladies trip, they gonna act a ass. They out there throwing that ass. Trust me. I've been in Cancun jump off. I've been in Mexico. I've seen these girls get it in. Okay, I've been in these places. So when you're on vacation, there's only one thing you're thinking about. That's carefree, have fun, turn up. I'm talking about the people who actually, so I don't even call them passport. That's just a motherfucker with a passport traveling. You just travel. I'm talking about people who live there, they live, breathe, sleep, and they push the narrative like, hey, look, I live overseas. These women are so much better than the women in the US, right? So with that case, that's what I want to see. That's why I always ask them, okay, so what occupation was the girl that you met? Because these guys are not getting women with jobs. They're getting women who are they're working. So then you got to say it the right way. It's easier to get sex out there. That's why it's passport. Well,
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny
what's that?
is and I this is just okay, I'll say me.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer someone that'll cater to me and not have a dime to their damn pocket
Mm-hmm.
than somebody that's going out with a career and are aggressive, non-feminine, competitive. Oh,
I
I
think
don't want that.
But what if you met a girl that wasn't like that, that had a job and shit? Like for me, I meet girls that have
teachers and shit.
occupations and they
Yeah.
just like that. They still,
Yeah.
giving you the tender treatment. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, for those individuals that are able to find people like that, that's a wonderful thing.
yeah,
But again, coming back around, if they didn't have it, as long as they taking care of the house and taking care of me,
yeah,
that is their job. That's what I appreciate. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing
That's
a
your
good
preference. Yeah.
job.
That makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's the preference. But like you can't like the passport bros that live in these countries, they kind of say that basically they're putting the narrative that you can't find what you're saying. They can only find that in
Yeah. I
foreign countries.
disagree.
And I disagree with that because I think what it is it has a lot to do with the man himself. Your
I
approach,
disagree with that
your
also. Yeah.
your approach, your temperament, your swagger, your style, you know what I mean? So a lot of these guys that you will meet and talk to, they got none of that shit. Forget about it. They're either over alpha, like they're trying to prove something, you know what I'm saying? Or either they're way under it, they're nerdy as a motherfucker, shy, petite, there's no middle balance with that. So therefore, yes, when they go into these foreign countries, they can then become whatever they want to make themselves into. You know what I mean? Opposed to we can go in this
They use the weakness, whatever of the foreign women
That's
to
right.
yeah.
build themselves
And
mentally or whatever to get
yeah,
something that they cannot
Uh
get within the United
ego
States to
stroke,
do.
just like I said
yeah,
earlier. It's an
exactly.
ego
An
stroke.
ego stroke. But at the same
Yes,
time, we also have
there you
to
go.
hold the women accountable in the foreign land because if they had the same standard as the American women had with these guys, we wouldn't even be having this discussion because guess what? They
Exactly.
get turned down over there
Exactly.
too. Even with the money, even with
Exactly.
the flash, they'd
What do
If
you mean?
we
What do you mean the same? I mean, I kind of know what you mean, but I don't know what you mean because
yeah,
the standard
yeah,
is if if I have a certain lifestyle, if I'm a stripper or whatever like that,
yeah,
and I meet somebody that's actually gonna pay me attention and don't worry about my
He a
past
sucker.
and all that good stuff,
He
right.
a
then yeah,
sucker.
I'm going with you too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, no, but I'm
Shit.
talking. Well, no. So,
but if you
but
No, the
I mean the
thing is
standard.
that what he's saying,
For
James,
men.
is like, like if we as foreign girls, we would keep you more accountable about your actions, and we know we higher our standards and stuff, and whatever you would just wouldn't feel
bro,
the same.
y'all don't care
You
about the
wouldn't.
same things that American women care about.
Okay, but that's the thing. They don't
That
care
that
about it because
okay,
that's the
so that
standard.
comes okay.
Yeah,
That's
because the
that's a
living
totally different
environments are
discussion.
different
Because
though.
yes, we do come with a different religion. We were raised different. I was saying yesterday and when we started, and yeah, we didn't approach that today. I was raised different. I was raised
Yeah.
different by my parents. I
Yes.
grew up with a
Yes.
communist. I
Yes.
grew up with a different
Yes.
ideas that you got to fix what is broken. You cannot just, say, fuck it. I'm just whatever,
So were you
motherfucker. I'm
I,
just
raised to
going to live
date
this
other
life.
yeah,
national?
I agree
Wait,
with
wait,
that.
wait, wait.
I agree
But we
with that.
gotta, but we gotta counter that though. Was you raised to get other nationality of men? Is that how you were
No,
raised? Okay, so
no,
you were
no.
raised to
Yeah.
date
That
to
she
be
turned that
married,
into her
No.
preference.
right?
She ended up with a
So
preference
the preference.
from
So
her
so we
travels.
can't say raised then because there's women in
Like
the states that
my
are
mom never
raised.
traveled outside
No, she was
Romania,
raised to take
before
care of
this.
the
So she
Yeah,
house.
never
but
even knew.
let,
That was not, I was never taught that because no, my mom never traveled. My mom was only, my father was her only man in her entire life.
right.
She's
So the
67
mentality
years
that
old right
she
now,
got,
and she only had my father.
Okay,
Even though she divorced him, my mom never had another man, never
listen.
dated another man, never
the
remarried,
mentality that, now
never.
that's a little extreme, but the mentality that
It's
she
not
has.
extreme,
No, no, no.
that's
Listen.
the
I'm
way she
talking about
was raised.
never having another guy. To me,
It's
that's
not
extreme. But
extreme.
this,
What?
what I'm saying is,
I know.
the mentality that you have of I'm gonna take care of the house, I'm gonna take care of the kid, I'm gonna take care of my man.
But
That mentality is something that American women, on a whole, I think, have lost,
But
which is what
yes,
but no, no.
for
drives.
But this
sure,
is
for
where
sure.
no, and this is where I say I disagree with that. So that become so every most of the time women women in general are have the same analogy of what they're supposed to be getting. They're supposed to get a man. They're supposed to cater to the man, right? They're supposed to do everything if he's provide when while he's
No,
being a
no,
provider.
no, no. Okay, so not everything. I'm talking about submissive to some point, till it makes you happy.
Okay, so let me
But
ask you. So
my
you're
mom always told me, yes,
okay.
you need to cook.
So
You need
you're
to learn how to cook. You need to cook for your man.
so
You need to clean the household.
what nationality was your dad?
We're Romanian.
Okay,
Both
so
my mom
then
and my
you
dad,
would
they're
so
Romanians.
then so this is the same thing that I'm saying. So you were raised with a Romanian dad, a Romanian mom. Your Romanian mom was submissive to your Romanian dad, correct? So then,
Yes.
therefore, that would be your mannerism. You changed that. You didn't want to be submissive like that with the Romanian man.
I'm
So you changed too. You went a different route. You went and now
Yes,
you're
because
being
I saw that didn't work out. Yeah, for
because
sure. But
so
we
because
got to
the
put in balance
standard,
that times
yeah,
they changed.
because the
We're talking
standard,
about
this
70 years. My dad is 76.
yeah, because the standard dropped. So in this case,
Definitely.
the standard was being overly submissive. You didn't want that. You went where you don't have to be that submissive. So that's what I'm getting at. Same with the American women. American women be taught the same shit. The thing is, the individual, they will pivot depending on when they get with a man. So if they get with a man who they feel like is not providing or blah, 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 or whatever their issue is, they bring in some baggage from the last relationship, that becomes the individual thing then. But most women are brought up the same fucking way. They all got that same thing. But you will pivot. Like
Man,
you
that bitch
pivoted.
stop.
You didn't want to be super fucking submissive.
I,
So you went to another standard. Same with
I
some
mean,
American
Yeah, I
women.
got you.
They will pivot. You see what I'm saying? So
All right.
that's why I always say that I always group women. Women are pretty much the same in every area. It's just depending on the extreme that you're gonna get. You're gonna get a foreign woman who either got baggage and she gonna come to you with all that insecure shit, thinking you cheating on her, thinking you this and that, blah, 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 because of the man she had before you. If she has 6 or 7 different dudes before you, she finna come with all this shit she done got dealt with them. Same with an American woman. And same with men. If you meet an American man, you might meet an American man. The first man that you might have met, he might have not had all that issues that you had. You wouldn't have had to go through that because that American man would have had, a different standard. He would have not even
yeah.
been trying to fuck around and blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it's more the passport bro. The analogy that they're using, they have to dead that. You can't say that it's better over here more than the
They're
states
building
unless
up like
you've
a
dated every
racist
single
type of
foreign
shit.
woman, unless you dated
And
every
it's not
single
about
American
that.
woman.
It's not about that. It's not about that.
Yeah,
Okay. All right then.
just leave it as yeah, Just leave it as a
Hey,
preference.
listen,
Draw.
y'all.
You gotta go.
I've enjoyed y'all
Yeah.
so much. I gotta
You ready to
roll
draw?
out
I
now.
know, I know.
Bye,
Man,
James. Thank you for
I love to
joining.
talk. Everybody knows I love to talk that knows me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
Thank you for
Likewise,
hey,
joining.
man.
It was amazing.
thank y'all for everything. Appreciate it.
Hey, see you, man. Thank you for joining in, man.
Bye,
Thank you for
Green
joining in.
Mile.
All right. Green
See you,
Mile
man.
out.
Meanwhile.
Yeah.
And then there was two. Foxy, we did it. We had a good discussion. We went into 3 hours with this. So anybody that's working out or anybody that's, needs something to be planned so they can listen to while they're doing it, this will be uploaded on YouTube. This will be there. This was a great conversation. We brought out
It's
some good
good.
points.
It's good.
Anytime you go this
And the
long
thing is that
talking,
I'll
it's
tell
got to be some
you,
good
take
points.
notes. We got
You know?
more topics to come.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. We got a lot more topics to cover, and we'll definitely get into it and engage in it, and we'll get it. So
Okay.
every other week, we're gonna do one every Saturday, every other week.
I
So
appreciate
we'll
you
we'll we'll, we'll push
having me
this one, and then
on
we'll go to the
board
next
with
one. But
this.
listen, I
Thank
love
you.
having you on the
I had
show.
fun.
Most definitely, I appreciate you. Yeah, me too. I appreciate
Thank
you
you to
being on.
everybody
So
watching.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll chat it up. Audience, thank you for watching. We still got people that's still watching. Yeah, we got people still hung on there. So we appreciate y'all. Thank
Next
you for tuning
episode.
in,
Yes.
and we'll get at it
Take
on the
care.
next episode, all right?
Bye.
Yeah.
Powered by
You too.
Riverside
Bye-bye.
FM.